You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. The most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey. The most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
Apple of thine eye, hide me under the shadow of thy wing, O Lord, my Savior. It's so hard to deal with personal struggle, so sad when you feel alone in your trouble. It's real hard when you want to talk to a brother. It's so bad because of how some look at you after. So Jesus, come and be wine and fix it. Come and be wine and fix it. Come and be wine and fix it. Jesus, come and be. Come and be wine and fix it. Come and be wine and fix it. Come and be wine and fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover my head. Satan want me dead. Cover my back from human attack. So Jesus, come and be wine and fix it. Come and be wine and fix it. Jesus, come and be wine and fix it. Jesus, come and be. People see you smile, but don't know the hurt that you're feeling. Even as God's child, at times your heart does be bleeding. Where can you go when you're really looking for healing? Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? So Jesus, come and be wine and fix it. Come and be wine and fix it. Come and be wine and fix it. Jesus, come and be. Come and be wine and fix it. Come and be wine and fix it. Come and be wine and fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover me home from evils unknown. Cover my feet so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, come and be wine and fix it. Come and be wine and fix it. Come and be wine and fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover my brother, cover my sister, them who under pressure. Cover the preacher, every church worker, the young believer. Cover the worship leader and intercessor, every gospel minister. Cover. Jesus alone is the one who has the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Come and be wine and fix it. Come and be wine and fix it. Jesus, come and be wine and fix it. Jesus, come and be. Come and be wine and fix it. Come and be wine and fix it. Come and be wine and fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover my mind. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover my mouth, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me wine and fix it. Cover me wine and fix it. Cover me wine and fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression with the power of your right hand. Jesus, cover them helpless children. Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven. Jesus, cover all them radio stations that blessing the nation. Grant divine protection. Jesus, cover me.
Do not categorize the blessing by colors. It is not the colors you need to watch. It is the character. Watch out for the character. I'm going to tell you, there are three basic types of people that you will interact with if you are a child of destiny. Can I share this with you? The first group are confidants. Confidants. You will have very few of them. Confidants are those people in your life who love you unconditionally. They are into you. Whether you're up or down, right or wrong, they are into you. They are in for the long haul. If you get in trouble, they get in trouble with you. They'll come see you in the jailhouse. They'll come get you out the crack house. They're confidants. You can open up and share anything with them. You'll never inherit your kingdom until you find your confidant. You can't be David till you find your Jonathan. Having a good confidant is the key that unlocks the kingdom, because you were raised outside the gate and God's going to cause you to reach over the wall. You got to have a confidant behind the wall who can mentor you for what God is going to do next in your life. The problem with most people is that everybody they run around with is under them. And so you are forever feeding people who can't feed you. And after years of feeding them, they begin to drain you. You got to have somebody who can feed you so you can feed somebody else. Oh, y'all don't hear what I'm saying. Am I talking to anybody in here? You need the confidant then. The confidant is those few people that come along in your life that are for you. They are with you. They are intimately intertwined in your life. They are there to make sure that you reach your destiny. They will confront you. They will get in your face. They will get in your business. They will tell you when you're wrong, because they are confidants. If you have 2 or 3 of them in a lifetime, you are a blessed person. Without them, you'll never be who God called you to be. You need to find your confidant. Number 2, the other group are your constituents. They are not into you. They are into what you are for. They are for what you are for. They are your constituents. And as long as you are for what they are for, they will walk with you and work with you and labor with you, but never think that they are for you. They are for what you are for. And you have to know that, because if they meet somebody else that will further their agenda, they will leave you and hook up with them, because they were never for you. They were just for what you were for. They are your constituents. And throughout your life, if you're not careful, particularly if you're broken, you will mistake your constituents for your confidants. And you will think that they are for you when they are really not for you. They are just for what you are for. And by the time you get through falling in love with them, they will break your heart as they hook up with somebody else who is for what you are for, because it was never about you anyway. It was about the causes that you represent. They are for what you are for, but they are not for you. They are your constituents. Can I go deeper with this? The third group are your comrades. These people are not for you, nor are they for what you are for. It is just that they are against what you are against. And the comrades will make strange bedfellows. This will cause people to come together who are not for you, and they are not for what you are for, but they are against what you are against. And they will team up with you to help fight a greater enemy. But don't be confused by their associations. They will only be with you until the victory is accomplished. These people are like scaffolding. They come into your life to fulfill a purpose. And when the purpose is complete, the scaffolding is removed. But don't be upset when they are removed, because the building always remains when the scaffolding is removed. What I'm saying to you, my brothers and sisters, expect the constituents and the comrades to leave you and desert you after a while. Don't be upset when they don't react to your dream the way you expected them to, because they were never really with you in the first place. Be careful then who you tell your dream to, because if you tell your dream to your constituents, they will desert you and try to fulfill the dream without you. If you tell it to your comrades, they won't support it because there never were for what you were for anyway. If you find a few people in your entire life with whom you can share your dream with, you are a blessed somebody. I can tell you how to identify people who are really for you. If they are really for you, they will weep with you when you weep, and they will rejoice when you rejoice. When you walk in a room and you tell somebody good news, stop being happy for a minute and watch their reaction. If they're not happy for you, shut your mouth and walk back out of the door. Oh, y'all don't hear what I'm saying to you. Oh, yeah, because when they are really connected to you, they will be happy for you when you share your dream. Find somebody, look them in the eye and say, are you happy for me? If you don't get the right reaction, don't tell them anything else. You need somebody who's really going to be happy for you. I don't want just anybody praying for me. I don't want none of them haters praying for me, because you know you hate me and you don't want me to succeed. I want somebody praying for me who really wants me to be blessed, who wants me to be an overcomer, so you can put up your oil and stop speaking in tongues, because you know you never did speak to me anyway, and ain't no need in you coming up here in this hospital like you gonna pray some cancer up off of me. I'd rather have somebody who really loves me lay across the bed and rebuke the devil. And God is so faithful, he'll always give you somebody. Oh, if he ever sent anybody into your life to help you, you ought to just clap your hands and thank him for the people he sent. Don't worry about the people he took. You ought to praise him for the people he sent. Tell somebody, say, somebody help me. I didn't get here by myself. Somebody helped me to get here. Somebody taught me how to stand. Somebody got me behind the gate. Somebody taught me the protocol of the palace. Somebody encouraged me when I felt like dropping out of school. Somebody helped me when my back was up against the wall. Somebody mentored me when I was going through a divorce. Somebody helped me when I was going through a crisis. God is so faithful that he will never leave himself without a witness. He will send somebody. Can I preach on?
If you sit on the toilet, bear down, and barely anything comes out. You don't have constipation, you have poop paralysis. And the difference between the two is everything. It's why fiber, laxatives, stool...
Lord, we tune into WZYE 95.9, the world right in the airwaves, shining bright and fine. From Margate to the islands, the signal never fades. We lift our hands and praise you for the joy that it brings today. Bless Mr. Wall Street, Uncle Tommy, all the viewers too. Every viewer, every caller, every chatter in the crew. Pour your favor on the station. Let the Holy Ghost flow free. WZYE 95.9, broadcasting victory. WZYE family, rise up, it's a
bone of the board. Yellow champion loan of the bone of the bone. Kamla the mountain, she nah move, she nah shake. Stand up for the people, make the economy wake. From the poor man table to the children's school bag. She bring back the money, she fly the Trini flag. Superpower Caribbean, watch it rise again. Kamla Prasad, Mrs. of the Iron Lady Rain. Hey. Mountain Kamla, hey. Trinidad champion, she come from the struggle. No, the poor man feel pocket empty, light be lie, but she nah kneel. Open the door for the youth, them give them hope and chance. Build school, build road, give every pitney a dance. Them say economy dead, she say watch me now. Bring back the jobs, make the dollar run through. From Laventil to Cedros, from Tobago shore. She feeding the hungry, she open every door. Strong like a mountain, rain now wash she down. When the pressure bust, she still stand her ground. Strong like a mountain, rain now wash she down. When the pressure bust, she still stand her ground. Kamla the mountain, she nah move, she nah shake. Stand up for the people, make the economy wake. From the poor man table to the children's school bag. She bring back the money, she fly the Trini flag. Superpower Caribbean, watch it rise again. Kamla Prasad, Mrs. of the Iron Lady Rain. Hey. Mountain Kamla, hey. Trinidad champion, Trinidad champion, hey. Trinidad champion, Trinidad. Them try back, she down, try shake, she foundation. But she stand like Everest, pure determination. Caring for the children, no more hungry belly cry. Books in them and future bright like blue sky. She willing fi fight, she willing fi bleed. For every Trini soul, every single need. Oil money flowing, tourism boss again. Trinidad and Tobago with the boss of the chain. No more begging no island, we lead in the pack. Kamla the general, we marching right back. She fly straight to USA, link up with Trump. Sit down like boss, no time for no stamp. Talk for the people, talk for the land. Come back with the pen, we go right all the wrong hand. Sign off the deals, make the money rain hard. Economy jump up, no more so fired. Poor man get house, children get light. She rewrite the future, make everything right. That pen in she hand like Excalibur blade. Kamla the queen, know the whole world afraid. She strong, she wise, she love we fi true. From the ghetto to the mansion, she dey for me and you. One voice, one nation, one Trinidad queen. 23 seats and beyond, she live in the dream. Kamla the mountain, she nah move, she nah shake. Superpower Caribbean, watch the whole world shake. She get the pen, she right the wrong. Now we on top, eh. Mountain Kamla, Trinidad and Tobago, we back on top again, eh. Trumpin' champion, Kamla, Kamla, Trinidad forever. Whatever, for whatever, we moving up, straight to the top. We moving up, straight to the top. Better days are coming. Better days are coming. Change has finally come. We fix it TNT. UNC is love. Run and tell everybody the work has just begun. We build it TNT. UNC will get it done. So whatever, whatever. So whatever, whatever. So whatever, whatever. So whatever, whatever. Better days are coming. Better days are coming. Is yet to come. We shape it TNT. UNC is love. Run and tell everybody. Together we are one. We grow in TNT. UNC will get it up, straight to the top. We moving up, straight
UNC will get it done. UNC has just begun. UNC for everyone. UNC is love.
Let me say a special hello to all the WZYE 95.9 FM listeners. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's in the village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Warsheet, and you, right here on the leading station, WZYE 95.9 FM. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, we come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Don't forget, folks, whenever you join us, do your WZYE civic duty. Share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe, like, and share WZYE TV on YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444. And that's how we start the thing.
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution, because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar to great heights. A mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those with whom you closely associate, for the good and the bad. Note, be not mistaken. This is applicable to family as well as friends. Yes, do love, appreciate, and be thankful for your family, for they will always be your family, no matter what. Just know that they are human first. And though they are family to you, they may be a friend to someone else and will fit somewhere in the criteria above. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Never make someone a priority when you are only an option for them. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude.
Welcome to WZYE TV 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. And on Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. on Let's Talk Politics. Like, share and subscribe to keep up to date with reality affecting your life, and as we always say, we bring the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
You're tuned to WZYE, the heartbeat of unfiltered truth. We're more than a station, we're a movement, grounded in facts, driven by integrity, committed to progress. We don't chase headlines, we create them. Decoding politics and current affairs to question power, not cozy up to it. From Laventille to Scarborough, whether you're in your living room or your commute, this is where perspectives collide, divides dissolve, and tomorrow's conversations start today. WZYE. We originate, not imitate.
In the Village with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street.
Hey, this is Lady Gaga. Hey, it's Taylor Swift.
You're live in the mix with the one and only.
Hey, this is Justin Timberlake, and this is
In the Village.
Yo, what's going on? This is Jersey Drake.
Hi, this is Rihanna.
Hey, what's up? This is Ludacris.
What's up, y'all? This is Nicki Minaj.
You're rocking with the best. It's In the Village. In the Village with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street.
Anselm LeBon and Marshall Nesbitt solemnly swear to conduct this radio program in a true, fair, and balanced manner, ensuring that all perspectives are given equal consideration and that the information presented is objective and unbiased. We pledge to provide a platform where diverse voices can be heard, fostering open and constructive dialogue that serves the best interests of our audience and community. Our commitment is to uphold the principles of journalistic integrity and ethical broadcasting throughout the duration of this program. Thank you.
Fire! 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 Fire!
And of course, we are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you, right here on WZYE 95.9 FM. Don't forget, folks, whenever you join us, do your WZYE civic duty, share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe, like, and share WZYE TV on YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444. Let me say a pleasant welcome to my pal, the young man himself, the man better known as Marshall Uncle Tommy Nesbitt. Tommy, a pleasant welcome.
Good evening, Professor Walstradamus. And how are you doing today, sir?
Today is a marvelous day, Tom. Can't complain. Today is a marvelous day. Of course, well, you know we started eating already. Today was another marvelous day on the track, Tommy.
6 miles?
No, yesterday was 6.
It's 7 today.
Nah, today was a track workout.
All right.
Today, I warmed up 1.5 miles. Then I did 5 800s, 5 half miles.
Okay.
Then I did 3 200s. Then I did 1.5 mile warm down. And it was marvelous, Tommy. Hey, Tommy, you wouldn't believe this, boy.
Why?
So I don't know. So I was on the track training, right? And so these people was taking pictures and photos of two look like two models, right?
Mm-hmm.
I focus on my training, and I training. They see me run 1 800, then they see me run a next 800, then they see me run a third 800. One of the guy came over to me and he says, "You know, man, I'm very impressed with what you're doing." I said, "Thank you very much," but I had to focus because I only had 2 minutes rest between each one of the half miles, right? So I went back and I focused on what I have to do, and when I was finished the 5 800s, he came over to me and said, "You know, they started this new company, and this company is a product. It's a drink, and the boss wants to talk to you. The owner of the company wants to speak with you. The owner." So I said, "All right." You know, I went and I do my 3 200s, and I finished. And then, by the way, my times in the 800 was, the first one was 2:55,
Mm-hmm.
2 minutes and 55 seconds. The second one was
Yeah.
2 minutes and 54 seconds. The third one was 2 minutes and 54 seconds. The fourth one was 2 minutes and 53 seconds. And the last one was 2 minutes and 45 seconds. I was very surprised about the last one because I didn't think I was going that fast. Anyway, so after I finished the 200s, I was getting ready to do my mile and a half warm down. So the owner of the company came over to me and said, we were very impressed with what you're doing, and we would like you to be um, a spokesman
For
for
the product.
for the product. And I said, okay, no problem. You understand? So right away, I tell him, well, you have to talk to my daughter. Because my daughter is a social media influencer. Right? And she gonna handle all the details and all just tell me where I have to go, what I have to do, and we will get it done. And I put him on the phone with my daughter right there and then. He spoke to her, he gave her his information, and when she finished, she said, Dad, you something else. You just put the guy on the phone just like that. I said, yeah. You understand? I ain't wasting time to tell him, well, listen, I go give you her number and you could call her or she go call you. You get it done right there and then.
Right.
So she's fixing up. She's dealing with him now. And whatever they come back with, but you give me some products. Next time, when you got a break, I'll go for one and show you what it's like. What it's like, right? So all I had to do a little bit of research too.
It's an energy drink?
No, it's not energy drink, man. It's a drink for. But to be honest with you, it has something to do with. What do you tell me it was, boy? There's a word he used. I can't remember the word. But when we take a break, I go bring one and I go show you what it is. I haven't tried it. Right? So I had to do a little homework. Of course, I know my daughter already doing homework on it. Right? So Tommy, she go do whatever the negotiation is. Right? And
you show up.
And I go just show up. Yeah. But that's interesting, Tommy. I mean, things don't happen just so, folks.
No. Oh, that's divine.
Yes, sometimes there is just a divine intervention. Things don't happen just so. How could it be, Tommy, that I went to the track to do a workout, and at the same time, this company is there, our brand new company is there, taking pictures of two models. And I am doing my workout, paying attention to my workout, and them was impressed with what I was doing, and then wanted to talk to me, how I could become an influencer for their product. That's interesting. Very interesting. So
no, that's right up your alley because all you have to do,
That's
all
right
you have to definitely do is share some of your record information.
Well, I give him a business card. I had to tell him because if a tree falls in the forest and there is no one there, no one hears it. So I told him, I said, listen, I've established 20 world records. When you get a chance, Google my name. You understand? Mm-hmm. And he said, okay. I give him a business card. Right? I always have a card, my business card on me.
Mm-hmm.
And, we'll see where it goes. But that's divine intervention. That didn't just happen just so.
True.
It didn't just happen just so. And I believe in that. So, when I was finished, I do my warm down and I do what I have to do. And, I don't have to call him and talk to him and all kind of, and my daughter tell me, Dad, don't worry, Dad, I'm already doing the research. She's already doing the research and everything. Understand? Mm-hmm. So but it's a good match with the product. But I have to try to see, exactly, what it's like.
You know what you have.
It have ashwagandha in it.
Ashwagandha?
Yeah, it have that in it. I read
you have to know what you're defending,
Correct is right. Yeah, I have to know what they're defending. It have ashwagandha in it, and it do have a lot of sugar. You know what? So, folks, that was the experience today on the track. And oh, hey, hey, just cool. I still trying to get that what is that thing called again, Tommy? The thing to film me now.
You think to film you?
Yeah. Run after me while I running.
Or the
Look, like both of you forget. Anyway, we go remember. Yeah, I still have to get one of that because you know, and my daughter,
drone?
huh? The drone.
Drone.
Yeah, the drone. And immediately my daughter said, Dad, you have to get your, cause I already have my YouTube page, Lobon again, TikTok page, Lobon again, Instagram page, Lobon again, right? And a Facebook page, Lobon again. So I already have them. So now I just have to start posting things. She already telling me already, Dad, you gotta start posting stuff. Well, my kids been telling me this for a long time. So maybe this go give me the
Yep.
to
The
move.
impetus.
Yeah, the impetus in order for me to move. Yeah. Yeah, boy. Anthony says Wall Street, it said when God can't come to you, he will send someone. Correct is right.
Yep.
Yeah, just cool.
Yep.
Self-tracking June. Thank you. Yes. That is what it is. Yeah. So who was in first tonight, Tommy?
I have battles.
Okay. Yeah, Batos was in first. Good day to
And then
WZYE and all the villagers. Batos can't get a hat trick, don't care what, but you trying hard, Trying hard. Trying very hard. Batos keep trying, man. Don't give up. Consistency is important. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Correct is right. Monica Ramkissoon was next. Good morning, Professor Warshik, Uncle Tommy, and villagers. Hey, Monica Ramkissoon and Batos in a battle, boy, Tommy. Oh, God. Batos said, not today, Monica. Not today. Uranus said, bless the Warshik and Uncle Tommy. Health, peace, and happiness to you both. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. To all wonderful people of the village, God's blessing of peace, health, and happiness to everyone. I just really like this type of positivity that you always be giving to all the different people in the village. We really, all of us need it. We really need it. It's very helpful. Bennett Thomas said, good evening, Professor Wall Street, Uncle Tommy, and all in the village. Good evening to you, Bennett. Angie says, good evening, everyone. Bless be that bind us on WZYE with Professor Warshik and Uncle Tommy. Correct is right, Angie. And Jody, we're in Canada. Yeah, it's staying 70s these days, Tommy. 70s, but 70s is all right. Kevin George, good night to all in the village. Good night to you, Kevin George. Tommy, your partner gone. Your partner gone back. Your partner Volsam. You see? See, guys? He ain't playing on the Cookie Eye station now. Yeah. Good evening, Professor Warshik and Uncle Tommy, the assassin. Volsam. There, Tommy, the silent assassin. Ramesh Ramsawan. Good evening, everyone. Good evening to you. Just shorter. Good evening, guys. He's the one to come as chairman of the PNM to help Brian. But Tommy, it's not just inside the PNM, It's outside the PNM too, Listen to this, all you. Is outside the PNM too going on, you know, Tommy?
Yep, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, they're battling, but they're cussing. Well, Tommy, I try all out to cut up this. I could only get a small little piece of it. Look, listen to this, folks. It's inside, you know. The PNM has imploded miraculously, you know. Imploded, you know. A tsunami passed through, you know. Inside and outside. Listen to this.
Yeah, good day, everybody. Only share the live, share the live, share the live, share the live. This is Melba here on a little small live here. I want to stay too long. Only know that you girl already stay long on a live. But I had to deal with Darren Marcel. And I want to tell Darren Marcel, you're too disingenuous, Darren Marcel. You're too disingenuous, you're too wicked. Only never give Penny a chance. Never, since Penny come there, only never give that woman a chance to be herself. You understand? Never get that woman a chance to be herself. Only want to watch her like me inside.
You edited it?
Yeah, good day, everybody. Only share the live, share the live, share the live, share the live. This is Melba here on a little small live here. I want to stay too long. Only know that you girl already stay long on a live. But I had to deal with Darren Marcel. And I want to tell Darren Marcel, you're too disingenuous, Darren Marcel. You're too disingenuous, you're too wicked. Only never give Penny a chance. Never, since Penny come there, only never give that woman a chance to be herself. You understand? Never give that woman a chance to be herself. Only want to watch her like me inside.
Tommy, listen, eh? That woman live was 44 minutes, Tommy. And 43 minutes and 22 seconds was only cost.
I listened to the whole thing. So I was worried when I see you playing it.
No, I could only get 38 seconds out of it.
She started cuss after a while, so I say that.
Tommy, if you hear cuss,
I listened to it.
and you know who she had in the background? You know what that prompting she?
Who?
You didn't hear a female voice?
I hear it, but I didn't make it out.
You know, Tommy, you gonna make out that voice. She used to be on the Mugabe station. Her last name started with a D. Her first name started with a J. Julia Davy. That was Julia Davy in the background when you prompting she. You understand? And she cussed. Oh God, if you only hear cuss. You know, they got a chance, go and listen to it. Just cuss.
Yeah, she cuss stink.
Oh God, I could only get 38 seconds out of a 44-minute live. 38 seconds. That's all I could play. Tommy was worried, boy.
Yeah. Once I see it start playing, I'll get worried. I say, the mother cuss that thing having it.
Oh God. Tommy, right after it cut there, is really cuss start.
I know.
Them boy. You see, boy?
What she didn't call Darren Marcel, she forget.
Oh boy. You hear them all kind of names you call them?
Makume man, what kind of thing?
The B word, call them the B word. All of them is one set of B's in there. Oh my father. The PNM really dead in truth, boy. Dead, you know. It's inside and outside. Just show us a wash. They say what goes around comes around. They used to say UNC does wash their dirty linen in the streets. What happened to the PNM now? PNM dead. Kamala Goodrich, welcome. Blessing to WZYE and family. I just play that for you. Azina Smith, blessing to Professor Warshik, Uncle Tommy, and listeners. Bernard Thomas says, good evening, Professor Warshik, Uncle Tommy, and all in the village. Andrew, welcome. Good evening, Professor Wall Street, Uncle Tommy, and all WZYE villagers on the live. Better days are coming. Correct is right. Yeah. Chandra Benjamin. Miss Santa Cruz, welcome.
Good night, good night, Wall Street, Uncle Tommy, and to everybody in the village. You know, when she started off, so it reminded me the night when she led the charge against Patrick Manning in Balizé House. When they were cussing him and spitting on him and chasing him out of Balizé House. Like a mangy dog. It reminds me of that. You see how they just turn on their own?
Yep.
You see how they just turn on their own? And you know, when again it was reminiscent of when they made she and Julia, they've been made a video with the next one in the beat cussing up Kamala. Right? When they get Kia money, they get Kia $250,000 to do this, that, and it was all a big lie. Right? And today they want to come and play. They're more UNC than UNC. Right? She have I hope she don't kiss any dog with that mouth. I hope she don't kiss any. No, it's true. But the amount of cuss, and she didn't hold back.
Yeah,
she didn't hold back.
Santa Cruz, it was cuss after cuss after cuss.
Yeah, like she dig deep in the alphabet, boy, because they don't like Penny.
Oh, God.
But you know, I want to hear she cuss Ashton Ford so too, right? She cussing up everybody to give Penny a chance. But look at it, eh? And she laughing at Jillian John here, but watch her tune like a bunch of noodles. Eh? You know, some of these people, and you know, let me say this before I go. And she had a lot of special effects. The way she was spitting like a llama. Thanks a lot, Wall Street.
Tommy, you woman, she only talk for like a minute and she mouth dry already.
Right.
And like Julia David takes you water. She asked for she water. Where my water?
She was drinking water from the rag.
Oh God, you know, Tommy, I don't know how them just disrespect their own self, so you know. No, seriously. I mean, you know, 44 minutes, Tommy, and your cuss. I wonder if them are kids, Tommy. To hear the kids have them cussing like that. You know, I don't know, boy. I don't know, boy. Something wrong, boy. Something wrong. Chandra Benjamin says, good night, Professor Warshik, Uncle Tom, and everyone have a blessed night. Same to you, Chandra. Same to you. Mr. Intellectual said, blessed evening, Professor. Uncle T and all villagers. Hope you all are having a tremendously blessed and productive day filled with all of God's goodness and rich blessing. Thank you very much, Mr. Intellectual. Rajendra Maharaj says, pleasant good evening, Professor Warshik, Uncle Tommy. Blessings to all in the village. Same to you, Rajendra. Ramesh Ramsaran says, good night to everyone. Good night to you, Ramesh. Anika, all the way down in Australia. Good evening, Professor Warshik, Uncle Tommy, and team. Good evening to you, Anika. All the way down under, boy. Way down under. Just cool. Good night. Wall Street, Tommy, Batos, Monica, 6615, BT, and Avant Sang, and Joe Chandra, Hanef, and everyone. Hey, John, how are you going? John, good night, Warshik and Tommy. How are you going, John? Santa Cruz says, good night again, my friend. Anderson, welcome. Let me say hello to all the people on the beatum. Welcome, Anderson.
You know, Mr. Wall Street and Uncle Tommy.
Yeah.
Good night, sir.
And to somebody done something, somebody practice.
Anderson, answer the phone and Yanks.
Yeah, because I want to know. I was in the video with you that customer they get Kia money. But what you don't know now?
Oh,
it was nobody.
Is you was cussing?
Yes.
Wait now, Anderson.
Yes.
Wait.
But I wanted to play the video and hear me cuss Kamala.
No,
right, share the narrative every to go all about. Yeah, he was the election from the beat.
So
you can use the best. Let me tell you something. Nobody listen to what I said. If you want to talk when I call, you talk when I call. I what I say, I will go to the next station and say. I will go somewhere else and say. What I say, I will do like other people and go somewhere else. Because he going on the next program just now. Right? So I can say that on the next program. I can say that now. Let me finish talk now.
Wait, no, you're being unfair. You've been unfair. No,
How have I been unfair?
No. I ain't encouraging that. No. I just let you talk here like you just talk. What's wrong with you? I just let him talk here, Tommy.
Yeah.
I don't let him talk. I just let you. No. I ain't tolerating that. No, I not tolerating. But you go elsewhere. So then go elsewhere. Go elsewhere. Don't come with that boy. Nah. Don't come with that, Anderson. Don't come with that. I just give you leeway here. You don't be talking for 7 minutes, 8 minutes here. And you go come and tell me what you go and tell elsewhere. So go elsewhere and tell your thing. Go and tell your thing elsewhere. And you come in here with that. Nah, you get me vex. I get vex. You hear? Melba say, Darian disingenuous. You being disingenuous. Tommy, I don't get Anderson leeway to talk here.
Of course, it's them talk.
I just let him talk. But you go come and say, you want to go elsewhere. Go elsewhere. Go elsewhere. I'm telling you, go elsewhere. Don't come here with that, Anderson. Don't come with that kind of talk here. Don't come with that here. We're not taking that. Not here. You should know better than that of all people. I don't get vexed. I don't get vexed. But nah, don't come with that kind of googly gawk here. We're not tolerating that. Not here. Not here. I let you talk and you tell me, but you go elsewhere. So go elsewhere. Go elsewhere. I telling you, go elsewhere. Yeah. And you know something, Tommy? I don't understand Trinidadians, you know. You come in, I go elsewhere. Okay. And. Nah. Beulah, welcome. Beulah, leave it alone. Don't go down that road.
No. I'm not going on that road.
Yeah, don't go down that road.
No. But I just want him to know that when he call your program and is listening, he can't be disrespectful to your program. I mean, you could make your jokes and things like that and thing, but please do not be disrespectful to your program because you're a man, you are very calm and collective, you know, Uncle Wall Street.
People tell me I have more patience than Porter's General Hospital.
No, I noticed that. And for him to tell you that he'll call Lennox and them, it's better you just let them go. Let them go. Because he cannot come in your program and raise his voice. It's like this man have to learn, you know, how to speak to people in the program, man. Oh God, and I get blocked from Ground Report, but he tell me to call back and thing, and I wouldn't waste my time calling there with the man who does control the switchboard too. And I know one or two people they laughed and they cheered how I get blocked from Ground Report, but that's okay. I ain't lost anything, nothing lost there. So don't let nobody call your program and disrespect any program, Uncle Washington and Uncle Tommy. This is one of the best programs that on the airwaves right now, and I enjoy watching all your program. You understand? So
thank you.
Okay, I'm listening on. Yeah.
If it's one thing everybody knows, we don't encourage that type of thing. We don't encourage that type of thing here. We don't. We just don't encourage it, and we're not going to encourage it. And you could go by other programs and tell them, we go call this other program. So, really and truly, man, what kind of dunceology is that, boy? Well, you go and call our next program. So go and call our next program now. It's your phone. It's your money. Nobody can stop you from doing whatever you want to do. Folks, we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we're going to have Dr. Savitri with us. We're going to be talking some serious information. Right? Stick and stay. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you, right here on WZYE 95.9 FM. We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
You're tuned to WZYE, the heartbeat of unfiltered truth. We're more than a station. We're a movement, grounded in facts, driven by integrity, committed to progress. We don't chase headlines, we create them. Decoding politics and current affairs to question power, not cozy up to it. From Laventille to Scarborough, whether you're in your living room or your commute, this is where perspectives collide, divides dissolve, and tomorrow's conversations start today. WZYE. We originate, not imitate.
In the Village with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street.
Hey, this is Lady Gaga. Hey, it's Taylor Swift.
You're live in the mix with the one and only.
Hey, this is Justin Timberlake, and this is
In the Village.
Yo, what's going on? This is WZYE.
Hi, this is Rihanna.
Hey, what's up? This is Ludacris.
What's up, y'all? This is Nicki Minaj.
You're rocking with the best. It's In the Village. In the Village with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street.
Raffle ticket, you sell by the truckload. All that tool on your push, sweet talk and load. Bally's your house, looking flashy and grand, but when the people ask you gone underground, Strut, I don't know nothing about that. Far is hiding quiet like a rat. We want the paper, we want the proof. Stop the propaganda, give us the truth. Show the receipts for the Bally's your house. Show the list, Marvin burning paper on the stage. Don't worry, time will tell. We want the receipts. Talking big on the platform, waving the flag, but when accountability come, you start to lag. Propaganda sweet, but the numbers don't add. People watching the whole country mad. Forest in the corners, to a playing dumb. Bally's here like sun, but the truth still numb. We not asking for story, we asking for fact. Show with the money, your face the backlash. Show the receipts for the Bally's your house. Show the receipts, stop running your mouth. All the raffle, all the tool on you sell, but you're running scared. We could tell. Police coming, silver bracelet waiting. Lion King, stop the faking. Show the well, show the book, show the list. Marvin burning paper on the stage. Don't worry, time will tell.
And of course, we are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you right here on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Don't forget, folks, whenever you join us, share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe, like, and share WZYE TV and YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444. And folks, we have a surprise guest for you all tonight. She had joined us previously. This is Dr. Savitri Rampasad. And she wanted to talk to us about a lecture series, Steel Band Vibrations, Neuroplasticity, the Rewired Brain. That will be held this Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. via Zoom. So Dr. Savitri Rampasad is the presenter. Toot Bagay lecture series. Idea, I my glasses and seeing me correct here. Okay,
Let
idea
me.
culture connection. Dr. Savitri, a pleasant welcome back again. How are
Hi,
you?
good night. Thank you so much for having me again. It's so nice to see you.
Absolutely, absolutely. So,
Welcome.
Hi.
tell us about the last time you was here. We had a very vibrant discussion. So
We
tell us
did.
about
We did.
what's going to be happening there tomorrow.
Right. So I realized that. So what I'm doing is I'm in collaboration with the National Heritage Trust Foundation, and they're located at Milfleur Building in Port of Spain. And they have a number of different activities that the trust undertake. Some of them are going to visit heritage sites. They have like field trips and they go to visit heritage sites. But in addition to that, they have this thing called the Tooth Bagay lecture series, where people who are experts on things either heritage based or culture based or new knowledge based, because what we're living now creates the history for the future. So I am in collaboration with them, and August is Steel Pan month. So I'm just getting in on the last bit of August to have this lecture series, this Zoom lecture. I'm actually going to share it now on the little chat, that there's an RSVP link here. You cannot get into the lecture unless you RSVP for security reasons, because I think in the past people have hacked some of the lectures, and they've like drawn things and interrupted the presentation. So you have to register and the link will be sent to you. So what I'm going to address this time is 100% new, in that the way in when we last spoke, I was talking about steel pan and the sound and wellness and things like that. And it's not different information, but it's from a different angle. So one of the things I would have mentioned to you is that I did my research on how adults respond when they hear the sound of the pan. And I did something called a semi-longitudinal study, which is I made them listen to the same thing on more than one occasion. And then I would have been able to chart or map what they were thinking, how they were feeling, and I was able to get some actual data. And this data points to what I have in the lecture series, which is neuroplasticity. That is the brain's ability to adapt and to change and to improve the way in which it is functioning over time. Now, this is not to say that steel pan is exclusive, but certainly we have so much pan around within our culture that if you can access and you can expose yourself to pan in this way, it can do something for you. And the reason that I mentioned, because I looked at adults, because neuroplasticity is highest in humans when you are toddlers. And as you continue to grow older, that the ability of the brain to be adaptable on multifunctional levels changes. And definitely by the time you become either a younger adult between 18 and 49, let's say, or an older adult between 50 and 70 and over, there really are a lot of challenges that can present itself. So that's basically what I'm going to talk about tomorrow.
But Doc, back to the question though.
Yeah.
What is there any financial aspect to this? Because at the end of the day, right? If you're using pan to help you, right? How does is there any sort of financial benefit with respect to what you're talking about?
Well, I think we could look at financial benefit on a strata, right? Because it's not going to be just a singular point. So on the first and most personal level, there would be a financial benefit to the user. Because remember, if your brain's ability to help you function and interact with your external world becomes compromised, or you can alleviate that by certain actions, you are going to save yourself on a personal level and on a financial level. So when it comes to this singular person, of course, there is a financial benefit to the singular pocket. Then if we look at it institutionally, there is opportunity for people who follow the theoretical framework that I have created to now offer this as a service to others. If you offer it as a service, if you mobilize all of your competencies and create a space where people can now access this type of steel pan listening, which is very different from listening to a band playing, let's say for Panorama or Carnival, you can now create a whole new industry for yourself. So yes, there's a financial benefit to that. On an institutional level, if there was a tertiary level involvement, there certainly are guidelines that I actually have approached tertiary level institutions here in Trinidad. However, to shift your paradigm from something that you've known all the time, which is pan playing in a band, and pan in a different setting, sometimes it could be a little challenging. But on a tertiary and educational level, a course constructed called steel pan sound therapy, definitely there's a financial benefit to that, simply because you have music therapy being offered at the tertiary level internationally, not in Trinidad, of course, and there are at least 14,000 tertiary level institutions that is offering that. If any university takes up the mantle of now offering for the first time ever a steel pan sound therapy, which could be constructed under the umbrella of my research as a starter and of course other research to add to it, there certainly is an institutional financial gain, because now anybody who wants to become schooled or licensed in this, definitely they can now go to that institution, things like that.
What would be
So that is on that level. I ain't finished yet with all your financial benefits.
Okay.
If the government or any research institute decides to take it up, that is the starter of my research, and now take it further and do something called qualitative measurement, not quantitative measurement, not qualitative measurements. You can now start building a certain body of knowledge that can be sold to researchers. And if Pan Trinbago decides to pick it up, to create now a community of steel pan sound therapists, then of course you have another avenue there. So those are the financial benefits that I can immediately put forward.
So where are you with Pan Trinbago on your last, what you said there last?
So I have had discussions with them. Like I said, a paradigm that is a mental framework that you already have set in your mind takes a lot of convincing. So I would not say that, I would say that they're very open to what I've done. They're very receptive to what I've done, but it's just like with the wheel. The first person who invented the wheel might have said, oh, you know what, let me make a wheel and put it on a vehicle, on a platform to move things. But we never thought that the wheel could be used as a pulley, that the wheel could be used in machinery, it can be used in engines. So you see, it will take a lot of minds and a fair amount of brainstorming to look at all of the applications of the foundation that I've laid.
Now, here's another question, right? What would be the difference between somebody physically playing and somebody listening to it on a tape or in the hospital, they're listening to the pan playing over they have speakers playing the pan music. What would be the difference?
Okay. So what would be the difference? Of course, I've not measured I've not measured people looking at listening to pan on recorded devices, because my research was based on acoustic measurements, right? But that is like, it really depends on the speakers, the interference of the speaker, the feedback, but that is not to say that it's not good. It's just like if you have a live piano, but then you have piano playing on the radio, or you have a piano recording like a CD, and each one of the levels have some benefit, but I have not recorded the brain activity in terms of cognition and emotions of people listening to a recording. I've only recorded what people listen acoustic.
Right. So I was saying, like, for example, suppose there's a person playing the pan, and they're playing it, and they have a microphone that broadcasted over the loudspeakers on them.
Yes.
Right. That is not something that you actually looked at, right?
No, because you see, it seems like a very simple answer, but measurements are extremely complicated when it comes to an academic framework, which you would appreciate. That when you want to measure something, and it's definitely, like with me, it's groundbreaking research. It has not been done before, and I'm not building on anybody else's platform. So now I have to just do the fundamental laying of the foundation, which is I could have only put forward 3 scenarios or questions, and I could only use one testing paradigm. Because that is why I mentioned about institutional in terms of research to be done, or like a steel pan research institute. And that's why I mentioned tertiary, so that if you were to build a program, then a lot more investigation can be done.
What type of reception have you received in Trinidad and Tobago since the last time we spoke?
Actually, it's been wonderful. I think it's been quite good. I've had a lot of people asking me questions like, well, how did you think of this? That's the most frequent question that I get. People have been very kind. A lot of people, I'm always very surprised at how many people come and say to me, thank you for your work. Thank you for your sacrifice. Because, I mean, of course, this took me 14 years nonstop in university to even get to the stage where I could finish this, and the next extra year or 2 of putting it together in a compact form as a book, as well as, the finance of publishing it and things like that. So people have been very kind to me. I think...
Is your research patented, copyrighted, trademark, or anything like that, or it's open? There's something called open source, or it is open source?
Okay, so it's a combination of both, right? As you may already know, that when you do research under the umbrella of a university, they have a certain amount of ownership of your work, but I was allowed by my university to sign off that I would take the responsibility for publishing and things like that. Now, the reason for the course support with the university is that now I have an institution that can back up that I am the creator of this. That's the first thing. In Trinidad, copyright is automatic. So when I published my book and I put it together and it's in print, it's automatically copyrighted to me. And I know because I spoke to an intellectual property lawyer, right? So it's automatically copyrighted to me. However, that is only within my jurisdiction. For me to now reserve that intellectual property all over the world or in major countries of the world is going to be quite costly. And it's something that is not within my means to grasp. So when I say it's a combination of both, I've given my full methods and everything that I've done in my book. So technically it's open. It's an open source because I am not so arrogant to think that it is only me who should know this knowledge, or that it's only me who can start to proliferate it in the public. I would love if I have the opportunity to be I would love if I have the opportunity to be important in a movement like that, but I would like the movement to be organic, that people naturally pick it up. Of course, my preference is, of course, for Trinidadians to pick it up first and foremost, and then ripple out. But if we look at the dynamics of the wellness community, it's very, very large outside of the Caribbean.
But
So,
Dr. Savitri,
mhm.
so you saying to me that some multi-millionaire, billionaire could decide
Mhm.
this is something excellent as far as wellness is concerned,
Mhm.
and they could come here in the United States and run with that and
Mhm.
benefit from it without you
Mhm.
receiving a penny.
Mhm. Yes, that's true.
Wow. Wow.
So the world wellness market is valued at 6.3 trillion US dollars a year per
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
And the segments that PAN can be included in is valued at about 400 billion US dollars a year. But you see, the thing about it is, and I want to be particularly clear about it. I finished my PhD in 2022. So I've had this knowledge for a while. We're in 2026. I attempted to get myself positioned in tertiary education places here in Trinidad. But Trinidad is a small country, vacancies are few and far between, and I'm not a person who is very interested in migration, right? So after I sat with that knowledge in my dissertation for about 2 years, then I undertook and I made a decision that I don't want, God forbid, next week I'm no longer here. I didn't want that this knowledge just remains on a shelf somewhere and nobody knows about it, right? So the idea of me having exclusive ownership over it means that I would be making it so narrow that only when I dispense it, then people can have it. It means that it's not going to grow fast and grow wide. It will only grow according to what I release, and I didn't really want that. So you would say it's my sacrifice for my country.
Okay,
I'm very loyal to the country.
That's very humble of you. That's very, very humble of you.
I have a video that I'm going to put on my Instagram very soon to show that within, let's say, February to now, the people and places who have become interested in my work, Japan, Australia, France, United Kingdom, USA, Canada, so people who can see that there is some value in this have started to now imbibe it. I had someone from Japan who sent me his whole proposal for aging wellness that he was pitching to Koyo University in Japan. So he asked me a number of questions about the work, and he also shared with me the pitch that he is going to present to Koyo University in terms of wellness for the elderly. Now, I am here in Trinidad, so obviously I can't reach the old people in Japan who might need this. So to me, it's a good thing that he has taken it up and now has gone into this university, and now it will spread that way.
And what is the the calling? You ever heard of WIFM? WIFM?
No.
WIFM. WIIFM. What's in it for me? It's called WIFM.
I see.
WIIFM.
I feel when they say it's too long, or the United States love an acronyms.
Yeah. We
Yeah,
love
they love an
acronyms.
acronyms.
Yeah. Everything is acronym. That's where I learn acronyms from, right? Yeah, these days.
Yes. What's in it for me?
Yeah.
I don't believe that the benefit to me is going to be greater than the benefit to the world.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't argue with that.
Yeah. So it's like the people who made pan initially.
Yeah.
Yeah, the people who made pans initially, and it was they had their own societal acknowledgement and interest and things like that. But after that, the spread of pan is not something that they are necessarily going to walk down the reward road of, So
Well, at least I'm
I would
looking at the
love,
future.
I would love if people think, oh, she sounds a little smart, a little bright. We'd like to have her involved in our activity, maybe do some lecture tours and things. That'd be great. I'm moving from where I am because it's starting to rain, bucket a drop here, and it's making noise. So I'm just moving out.
No, I think
You'll kind of see me in transition.
I think it's a great project, for the Caribbean, not just Trinidad and Tobago, but
for whom? The Caribbean?
Huh?
What you said? The Caribbean?
Yeah, I think it's a great idea for the Caribbean, not
yes.
just Trinidad and Tobago, and I would hope that eventually, the powers that be will see how significant this can be and make it's like an extension of the pan fraternity. I'll put it that way.
I would also have, of course, this is not my only thing because people think that I sound extreme sometimes, and perhaps I am a bit. So I actually have, if I were to have access to a steel pan research center, or be able to be involved in it, or head a program like that, I have other things about pan that I think is going to be very significant if it were to see the light of day.
And I think expanding the things the pan can do, not just play the pan, but some of the other significant things you can get out of playing pan, can create a lot of avenues also for employment, and some financial well-being as well, and I think, but you have to get minds who have to think outside the box.
Well, let me give you an example. Remember, I gave a number, 14,000 music therapy tertiary level degrees. So this is not no side of the road. People get together and they tell you, come and learn this, and they give you a piece of paper. We're talking about top of the line universities, either as an undergraduate or a postgraduate degree, right? 14,000 worldwide. Good. However, music therapy is very much a Western system belief. You would tend to find in Asia, Africa, places like that, they don't really practice music therapy. Music is like a societal link, but they do practice sound therapy. Good. So music therapy, having taken root in the West, happened because after World War II, soldiers who were very badly injured tend to feel more soothed when they were listening to music. And that became a digestion of an idea, and people started to try to encourage other people to listen to music. So we're talking about, the end of the last World War to now, for something to have grown in that way. So same way, and you see, like I said, I don't want to sound arrogant with it, but in the same way, I have put forward this idea and I've encapsulated it both in research data as well as a publication that people can access. However, 50 years from now, when I'm not around, I'm certain that it will still have continued impact.
Well, Dr. Ramprasad, it's
Yes.
always a pleasure. Tell us about the event tomorrow again. Tell us about the event tomorrow.
Right. So with the National Trust, when I was speaking to them, I told them what I wanted to do. I wanted to speak about. So my book has 9 findings, and though some of them may seem very close, they each one is very different. It's beyond us walking around and say pandas make us feel good, or the Panjambi had me, and I had this great experience. So there are 9 specific findings, and I've decided to extract 3 of them to discuss in detail against the backdrop of how your brain is changing its function or can be affected based on the data that I have collected, so that people can understand the complexities as well as the simplicity of how easy it is. 6 minutes, just 6 minutes. If you have a pan and you can't play it, and you take a stick and you hit 1 note or 2 notes or 3 notes for 6 minutes, it's already happening to you.
So again, that event is called Tooth Bagay Lecture Series, Ideas Culture Connection. Join us for steel band vibrations, neuroplasticity. That's a big word, boy.
Yeah, boy. That's why they had to put it on 2 lines.
Yeah. It has something to do with the brain, right? Something to do with the brain.
Yeah, neuroplasticity is the way in which your brain fires and receives signaling, and it's really the brain's ability to change the way in which it's experiencing its daily functions.
Okay, and that is
Because
on.
you remember you have plenty of organs in your body,
Right.
but the brain is the only one that names itself.
Okay.
The liver doesn't call itself liver. You understand?
Yeah.
But the brain can name itself, and the brain can observe itself. So you can see your reaction if somebody hit your car and you get out and you start to cuss while. And you can also see your reaction if somebody hit your car and then you tell yourself, look, you see me, and let me take my time with this, and give yourself your own instructions, and then get out and say, let us do this, let us do that, let's do. So you can now control how your brain decides to react to its interaction with reality.
But that's interesting, Doc, because to me that is life,
Well, that is if your brain dead, you just lie down somewhere and you don't know anything that's going on.
Right.
However, brain dead people can dream, but they dream all sorts of chaotic things.
I tell people sometimes, don't let your mind control you. You control your mind.
Right. So this is what that is. But you put it in more layman terms. But neuroplasticity, the rewired brain, is don't let your mind control you. You control your mind.
Oh wow! Look at that. I'm starting to use big words now, boy. I'm gonna say
you should do that. Watch it good, spell it out, and every time you're talking,
Yeah, no,
tell people that.
Listen, don't let your neuroplasticity control you. You control your neuroplasticity.
No. That might be a little bit of a wrong context. You could control the neuroplasticity of your brain and change the way in which you experience life. Yes.
All right. So
when you have an old house and the electricity not going through properly, right, and then you rewire the house.
Right.
So that's what this is.
Okay. And so join us for Steel Band Vibration, Neuroplasticity, the Rewired Brain, this Wednesday, the 26th.
That's tomorrow. Tomorrow evening.
Tomorrow, yes, via Zoom. You have to RSVP. And
yes, I put it in the chat here on this page. So I don't know if you're seeing it, but you must RSVP to this, and it takes you to the National Heritage Trust page, where once you RSVP, because I didn't actually have the link myself, I now get it myself, right? So when you do that, it will send you the link so that tomorrow you could sign in.
So Instagram is the Pan Sound Effect.
Yeah, that's me. The Pan Sound Effect.
Pan, and the website is thepansoundeffect.com.
.com. Now, if you are living outside of Trinidad, first of all, I would like to say I'm very sorry to hear that. If you're not living in Trinidad and Tobago, but should it be that you're not living in Trinidad and Tobago and you want to buy the book, you could go to thepansoundeffect.com and you can purchase books there. I have books in United States, so it can ship from within United States. And I also have books in England, so it ships from within England. So like when people buy, like in Denmark and Japan and places like that, I ship from England.
Yeah. So Dr. Savitri, it's always a pleasure to have you. And I think this will be some good vibrations.
It would, yeah. Shake you up.
Yeah, we got some good vibrations. So any closing words before you go?
I would really hope that as many people as can that you do enter and join the Zoom tomorrow. Ask me as many questions as you need, because I hope that it has come across that my goal is to have more people having this dialogue, because everybody can be an ambassador for shifting the pan in different directions. I think that the power of the steel pan is still growing. It's something that, like the wheel, we can find a lot of different avenues to apply it. And the more people who have the privilege of hearing the pan, and I'm very biased because I don't think there's any human-made instrument that is better. But the more people in this world who are privileged to hear the pan, they're really a lot better off.
Dr. Savitri, we want to thank you so much. You're welcome here at any time. And it's always a pleasure.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Take care.
Okay, have a good day. Okay,
right.
Bye-bye.
So, folks, there you have it. You're talking about your brain, boy. How your brain? Tell me how your brain, boy. Using the pan. That's innovative, But tell me, them fellas ain't ready for that yet, though. You think they're ready for that, Tommy?
It's gonna take a little time.
Yeah, it will take some time. It will take a little time. Yeah. It will take some time. But folks, it's never a dull day in Trinidad and Tobago. And again, tomorrow Wednesday the 26th at 5:30 p.m. Tooth Bagay Lecture Series, Ideas, Cultures, Connection. Join us for Steel Band Vibration, Neuroplasticity, a Rewired Brain. And she shared the link in the chat. And there's also a number here if you want to reach her, 868-758-7283. 868-758-7283. You can also contact Dr. Savitri Rampasad, who will be the presenter tomorrow. And this is being presented by the National Trust of Trinidad and Tobago. It's always a good thing. Yeah. So, Tommy, first of all, you heard PNM activists against PNM activists, right? We heard that, right?
Right.
We heard that. And Mr. Intellectual, welcome.
A blessed evening for Uncle T. Everybody in the village.
Yeah, man. Bless.
I remember hearing this lady spoke the last time, and we had a very intellectual discussion the last time, just as she was having this evening, right? And the idea that shucks, Panchenbego.
Yeah.
Right. She indicated that she was going to talk to these people and that they were to have conversation and stuff like that and thing. With ideas like this, right?
Yeah.
Panchenbego has Panchenbego mentioned anything to the population of Trinidad and Tobago about some of the innovations that they could have with this particular lady and the programs that she had? With all the discussions that they had.
Mr. Intellectual, you asking answers. Or you're asking questions.
But it's a question I'm asking, because Ms. Moore talk about a forward-thinking organization, right?
Yeah. But I
And
think, I think, Mr. Intellectual, that this might be something of that. It could take time for them to come to their senses about it. You know what I'm saying?
what's it? Since about 2000, they building a headquarters. It's about 25 years now. They building a headquarters.
Might be longer than that.
Well, whatever time it is, right? I think when I'm listening to what she's saying, she had to do this on her own, because I don't see these people and having the foresight and the vision to institute programs like these that would assist not just the people at Trinidad and Tobago, but the world,
Yeah.
right?
This is global. This is not just local.
Yeah, that's how we're supposed to be thinking, and the lady thinking global, right? But Trinbago, Pan Trinbago, I don't know what global thing that they have, other than somebody went and world steel pandey.
You gotta take small steps for mankind. That'll be small steps for mankind.
Yeah, but small step for mankind went in the early 60s. That went in the 60s, bro. Think about it now, man.
I try to make it. I try.
We in an AI state right now,
Correct is right.
right? Information technology has superseded the things that we that we have understood in the 60s.
I know, joke.
Right?
Serious.
Right? And with this kind of information, right? And from what I understand about how the synapse and then there's fire, and how you could change the patterns and redirect the brain into thinking differently and all this kind of. That's what we program is about, you know.
Correct.
Having people to think differently,
think
to understand. Yeah, so if here you have methods helping people to change their mindset, right? For their brain to fire differently so that they could see things differently in the true light that they're supposed to see it in. You don't think we should run with that?
But Mr. Intellectual, I think if they give that pan to PNM people, I really don't think their brain will change.
Well, I will tell you the truth. In my mind, the present Pan Trinbago organization is a PNM party group.
Okay.
Because I don't see them progressing to do anything that is beneficial to the Pan for
But I think to be fair, don't Mr. Intellectual, I think Beverly Ramsey Moore is way better than the last person who was there. We have seen some growth in Pan Trinbago. We have seen some growth. We have seen some.
You mean growth like a cassava? It in the ground. Unless you don't root it up, you ain't gonna see no fruit.
Yeah, but I think we have seen some growth.
Or the cassava leaf and them you're talking about, right?
Yeah, we
You're seeing some broad cassava leaf.
Yeah, we never grow cassava up in Chumaka.
Anyhow, bro, I didn't mean to stay so long on the program.
That's okay, man. Thank you very much.
I was just hoping that the people and them would catch a vision long time now, boy. Yeah. Because it's a good little while this lady was on the program the last time, right? And she been talking.
Yeah, let me take this out.
So, yeah, bless evening, man.
Thanks. John, welcome.
Wall Street, good night.
Good night to you. How are you doing, John?
Good. This is Johnny C. Yeah? First time I called.
I know.
Wall Street, listen, I texting here about the GPAN all the time. Nobody answered me or nothing. Like people never hear about that. In fact, when I was living in Canada, I see this G-Pan for the first time. Like that was foreign to Trinidad. And wait, before I go further, you know about the G-Pan?
Yeah, I know about the G-Pan.
Right. They say it was sponsored by Patrick Manning.
Yeah.
And since then, what happened is I not hearing under seat, nothing like that going out of style. But
yeah.
I like it. I find what's a wonderful instrument. You used to play it like the piano with your fingers.
Yeah.
And it had a really nice song. But after that, I don't know. Since I left Canada, I came back home and I don't know. I never hear anything about it again.
Right. It was developed by Professor Brian Copeland.
Right. And sponsored by Patrick Manning.
Yeah. He was the Dean of the Engineering at the University of US.
Right. Yes, correct.
And I
you're supposed to know because you live in Trinidad, nobody know about that. But well, at the time I was living in Canada, so I don't know, but I used to hear about it there. And one time they had some kind of steel band, something in the park. And when I went there, I saw this instrument and I find it was sounding real good. And I was even shocked at how they're playing it like a piano with their fingers.
Well, you know, AI make the G-Pan really kind of non-existent, you know, right?
No, I didn't know that.
Because you could play, you could use AI and play any steel pan tune or note.
Oh, okay.
Any tune or note. So the G-Pan was way ahead of its time. But
right. I understand.
Yeah, but it didn't go to that level it was supposed to go. And now we have AI.
Yes,
so
yes.
You don't need no
yes.
You understand?
I understand. Because I really wanted to know, so I'm glad you explained that to me.
Yeah, man.
But a lot of folks here in Trinidad, I'm sure they might have heard about it.
Yeah.
But they never saw it or see it being played or whatever, you know.
But then that should be kind of Punch and Bigger responsibility too to.
Yeah, but you know,
that G-Pan, you know.
Yes, that Punch and Bigger is really, really backward.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're just like the old building they have fallen down there in Trinity. Just a structure and moss growing on it. That's how they come. Hopefully somebody has some new management take over that Punch and Bigger, yeah? Because they are disgrace to pan music. They're really making it take a nosedive. You know?
Thanks a lot, man.
Yeah, okay, was yeah, all right,
thank
thanks.
you, John. Yeah, the G-Pan, man. People know what the G-Pan though. Oh God, all you're killing Punch and Bigger. What they say Punch and Bigger is another party group. Yeah. Oh, all right. Take a listen to this, folks. Take a listen.
Never again with the chaos and confusion. WZYE House is on fire. From internal civil war and explosive whistleblowing exposing CPEP corruption and overnight millionaires to high-profile resignations and desperate spin, the PNM is drowning in chaos and confusion. While senior figures trade blows, admit that corruption has created overnight millionaires, and tell members to hide their dirty laundry, ordinary citizens are left shaking their heads. As the party fractures under its own weight, Trinidad and Tobago deserves serious, accountable leadership, not a sinking ship of infighting and scandal. Never again.
You know, this is just Tommy. I think this is history breaking in Trinidad and Tobago, you know. With how the PNM have imploded overnight, you know, Tommy.
That was inevitable.
Yeah. Because, you know, Tommy, you know, people used to squinch when I personally used to say PNM evil. I used to say that PNM evil. I used to say that. And no, people have to believe what I say. I'm still recover.
Yeah, good night, Uncle Tom, Professor Armwell. You know, from how I see it, they go crush Patrick Manning. Not Patrick Manning. It's Brian Manning. They go crush him because you see that PNM force week, they will crush him. He had to either resign or come over in the UNC, which I know himself he might do, but because you see that information where he get on it, that highlighting all the CPEP problem where they have up in Lavanti, Mobile, all the ghost gang thing. He just making it, he just showing it that everything where Kamala and them stop to check is truth. And all bringing out the truth here because what he doing, they go have to make a choice today because he can't continue in the parliament with them because it's done a deceitful. That PNM section is done deceitful, but he can't continue to sit down there comfortable, It's either he come the boss or they go have to get rid of him or he jump ship or something. But it ain't looking good for them. They can't run country. I can't see them running this country for a long time. Have a good night, fellas. Good program.
Thank you. But Tommy, I want to ask something. I want to call somebody and ask them something. What could the PNM do to let me see this. I'm gonna call. Hold on. I'm gonna call this. Hold on, man. I'm gonna call. What today is? Tuesday. I think it was
Tuesday. Excuse me.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna try somebody else. Dr. Raghunath, you're live on WZYE 95.9 FM with Uncle Tommy and Professor Worship. I have a quick question for you. Did you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Okay, I have a quick question for you. Right? We're live on air. What is that? Could the PNM remove Brian Manning from this as a senator?
Brian Manning is not a senator.
That's
Brian
not
Manning is an elected member of parliament. So they cannot remove him.
So he cannot be removed from the parliament.
No, it is the only removal could come as if he resigns as a member of parliament.
Now, could he go to the other side? Could he go over to could he switch allegiance?
Yes, he could. I mean, he could. I mean, the party will have to determine whether they could trust him or not, and if not, I mean, he doesn't necessarily have to cross the floor. He could simply vote against the party or vote against the directives of the whip.
So the PNM really cannot do anything to him right now.
No, they can't do anything to him except call him a liar, which they did. Right.
So, Dr. Raghunath, looking down the road, the end of it is that he could cancel Christmas as far as going up to the PNM in the next election, right?
Well, you see, like I tell people, a day in politics is a lifetime. You have a long time again before the next general election, right? The PNM has time to regroup, to unite, and do everything else that it needs to do as it moves forward. Now, for instance, you ask the question, so what happens, for instance, if now Hazel Manning wins the chairmanship of the constituency and the constituency nominates Brian Manning alone as the lone candidate, can the party reject that?
Yes.
Those are the kinds of questions that you will have now
But Dr. Raghunath,
ask.
you know the political leader could decide who goes up and who doesn't go up.
Yeah, well, the political leader could decide that.
Yeah.
But just remember that if, well, okay, so like Brian Manning would have said in the run up to this thing that the 27 party groups, I think it was, that he said in the before the last general election, 26 of which supported him, right? So he would have known the party groups and so on, which would have supported him. Now, the question that begs is simply, will the PNM be willing to risk going against their party group if all the party groups
Dr.
nominate him?
I will answer that question for you. Yes. Yes.
Will they be willing to sacrifice a seat? Because just remember, Manning only won the seat by just about 600 votes.
Correct, yes.
If you now withdraw the candidate who has the support of the majority of party groups, then will they be the ones who are going out there to campaign? And is it a matter of the party willing to sacrifice a seat? So those are the kinds of things. Okay, so it comes back to the same question. When Keith Rowley, when Patrick Manning asked Keith Rowley where the money gone and all the various kinds of questions he was asking, and he called Rowley a certain names in the parliament and Buddha in China shop and whatever else. Come the nomination for the election, what did Manning do? He went back and allowed Rowley to run for the seat. Because again, you have now to understand while it is in the purview of the leader of the party to determine who is the candidate, the question is the question the party leader and the executive have to balance is simply is this candidate can this candidate bring home the seat? And if the candidate can bring home the seat, well, you have to keep the candidate. If, however, the candidate cannot bring home the seat, well, then you have options. But the point about it here is that I am not saying that the PNM is going to stick with Brian Manning. Like I said, I mean, Marvin Gonzalez and all of them already called him a liar. I mean, they didn't use the word liar, but literally they were saying that he lied. So from their perspective, they may not want to have him being a candidate again. But again, the party will have to look at the bigger picture, because remember, the party is in opposition. The party is down with only 13 seats. And the party has to be careful how they move forward and how they determine their candidates and so on. But like I said, that's a long way off. I don't foresee Kamala Prasad Bisasa calling an early election. So the point about it that is not something that we should bother ourselves with at this point in time, because like I mean, the big question that begs is simply, can Penny lead the party into a general election?
No, Dr. Raghunath, I answered that question for you.
If you say no, then who is the leader?
That's a good comeback.
Then who is the leader? Is it Brian Manning? Because if Brian Manning wins out on this one, the question Brian Manning immediately puts his foot forward.
He's king now.
And exactly, he's a kingmaker. So the question now is whether what will he do, and I mean, if you read between the lines the way Hazel is speaking, Hazel is pushing that he at some point in time become that leader of that party and following his father's footsteps.
I think that's the avenue that they're thinking.
Exactly. So the question, but then they have to look at the whole, the rest of the PNM, and because of the various fractions within the PNM as at this point in time, and the PNM is not as unified as it seems. I mean, the mere fact that the Women's League would come out and chastise Brian Manning, and then Camille comes out with a statement and says she never was part of that or whatever. That tells you that there are fractions within the PNM. The other thing that
Dr. Raghunath,
yes,
hold 1 minute for me. Hold 1 minute for me. Let me take a quick break. I don't want to go away. Give me another 2 minutes, okay? Hold a minute. Hold 1 minute. Folks, we're going to take a quick break. We have with us on the line political scientist / analyst Dr. Raghunath with us online. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street on you, and we have Dr. Raghunath on the line with us, right here on WZYE 95.9 FM. Don't forget, folks, in the video, join us, share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe, like, and share WZYE TV on YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444. And folks, you guys know where you heard this here. You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube, right? You know that, right? Dr. Raghunath, welcome back.
Yes, I'm here.
So, Dr. Raghunath, from your perspective, you think that the strategy here is that eventually Brian Manning is going to challenge Penelope Beckers and whoever else it is for the political leader of the PNM?
Well, eventually, yes. I think he's going to challenge for the leadership of the PNM. The question is, who is he going to challenge? And who is left standing when all of this is done? And when I say who is left standing, yes, I am not certain that this point in time that Penelope Beckers will be left standing before we start screening for a general election. So that's one notion that we can look at. Then, for instance, is Marvin Gonzalez going to be pitching himself as another possible leader? I don't know. Now, all the people who were with Marvin Gonzalez at that press conference 2 days ago or yesterday, basically, none of them would stand a chance of taking the leadership of the party. There was concerns at one point in time about Amy Brown being a leader, but the PNM has made sure, or Rowley has made sure, that Amy Brown is never a contender and is not going to be a contender, at least not for the leadership, because once you remain outside of the lower house, you can't, you could never, they wouldn't use somebody like him as leader. He might be a senator, but they wouldn't take him as a leader. So those are the kinds of concerns that we will have. And he cannot be opposition leader as such from the Senate. So those are some of the concerns that we will have now. As to what will happen and how it plays out, Diego Martin, Northeast call member, is there. Will he resign or will... and I don't think any of those fellas going to resign. So Amy Brown is not an issue. Sanjeev Boodoo is a deputy political leader, but he cannot even win a seat. At least does not yet won a seat. So let's leave him out. And like I say, Colman Burt was there. Colman Burt would like to maintain a stake in the party. But again, he knows full well that it is beyond his time. So the only other person on that platform yesterday who may really want to throw his hat in the ring would be Marvin Gonzalez. Now, where does that leave other people, like, for instance, Acosta Commons and all?
Where was Stuart Young?
And
What was Stuart Young?
Stuart Young I think he's playing a waiting game to see how far the party will crumble before he comes back on. And once he has the support of Keith Rowley, he'll come back on and say, you see, all they should have given me that chance.
But Dr. Raghunath, I want to ask you, didn't Star Sabara statement put Stuart Young in the political cemetery?
No, I don't think it put him in the political cemetery. Yes, the point about it is that they made mention of him.
Yeah, where was
but
Stuart Young?
Where was Stuart Young?
Yes.
And everybody expected, and remember the earlier statements, which are even more important. We got
everything
a lot, everything from the PNM.
Yes.
Right? And our time is over because we can't get any more. So the point about it, Stuart Young was placed there. I mean, and what Star Sabaga said was simply to reinforce what I think everybody knew, that Stuart Young was I mean, he was put there by those who control the party and the financiers to do their bidding.
Yeah, Dr. Raghunath, you could, I understand you being politically correct, but we have a program. He was put there by Dr. Rowley to continue the bidding of the 1%. That's my statement, not yours.
Notice I said the financiers of the party, all right?
That's okay. That's why I said it's my statement, not yours.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was put there. I mean, the financiers of the party insisted that Rowley put him, and Rowley bowed to their demands. Right. So that was the case with Stuart Young. Now, whether Stuart Young, how much power the current executive will allow Stuart Young to wield, that's a whole big question therein too. Right. But you see, you have various other kinds of conversations taking place now. For instance, I mean, when Stuart Young was placed there, and the mere fact that 100,000 people, supporters of the PNM, did not go out and vote, was it a matter of they were sending a message to Stuart Young and to the PNM that we want to choose our leader and not have one imposed upon us? Those are the kinds of questions that remain, and the PNM has to sort that out and work that out if they are to regroup and get back the support of those people who stayed away from the last election.
And Dr. Raghunath, that's why I told you that Star Sabga's statement have put Stuart Young in the political cemetery, because the 100,000 people, right, who decided to stay home. You know what is the makeup of the PNM supporters, right? We all know. We don't have to say. And when they're going to have someone hoisted on them, and then here, one of the people who benefit the most from the PNM, and the PNM have the supporters living at the bottom of the poverty line, 26.3% of them at the bottom of the poverty line. They have to ask themselves now, is this party really for us? And is Stuart Young going to be for us, or is he going to be for them?
Well, I mean, I think a lot of them have already answered that question in saying that they did not think that Stuart Young would be for the vast membership of the party. But you see, when you're analyzing these things, you have to look at the whole picture, not parts of the picture. So, for instance, we just got another part of the picture last week with Brian Manning, when he said people who had absolutely nothing became millionaires.
Yep.
right? So now, therein is another issue. Was the PNM only supporting those who are in their executive and their general council and so on, and are they feeding them? Now that brings about, so one of the whole big issues that I know, I can't say that I know for sure, but I suspect that the opposition, sorry, not the opposition now, the UNC, let me say the UNC. The UNC is going to start pounding at some point in time. When are we going to now start investigating those corruption allegations that Brian Manning was making? One.
Yep.
And two, the other part of it, which is even much more critical for Brian Manning, is that he was in government, and only when the party lost the election did he start coming out to talk about corruption and corrupt people within the party. So why did he turn a blind eye to all that corruption while he was in government? And those are some of the questions
but Dr.
that are going to be raised.
You know that answer. That answer is very, very simple. If he had made any statement before the last election, he would not be going up for that San Fernando EC. So he had to.
And I agree with you totally there.
Yeah,
right.
He had a totally line.
And that is why, but that is why he came back and he said that 26 out of the 27 party groups had supported him. Right. So yes, he had to toe the line, but he was also fully aware of the corrupt practices, and that may come back to haunt the PNM.
Right. Correct.
Now,
I agree with
I don't know. I understand, or at least we're reading on Facebook and other places, where certain information has now been passed on to the, I am assuming the security forces
CTPS?
To investigate corruption by one Mr. P.S. Robinson.
P.S. Robinson?
Right? Yes.
Wait. He passed on stuff?
Yeah, the bits and pieces that I am privy to of his Facebook posts, which people will send to me. I am not a follower of him. I don't follow on Facebook.
Yeah, Dr. Rabinat, I just take what he says with a pinch of red Balize salt.
And I agree with you. Yeah. But for him to say that he has passed on information to the security forces because he was fighting Brian Manning's fight. And he was trying to put 2 and 2 together and get 22 as relates to the corruption within the PNM. He has said, and he has passed on a dossier of information to the police.
You know that is Camille Robinson, Regis Robinson family, right?
I know that, but I also know that he doesn't live in Trinidad.
He's in England.
Right? And the mere fact that he would write some of these things and the amount of information that he has, the question that begs is who is feeding him that information?
That fella, I have done some editorial pieces and things that he has posted. He does wear a red PNM tutu. And after I started posting editorials on him, all of a sudden he started to shift, right? To start to bamboozle, as they're saying, like bamboozle people. But he can't bamboozle me. Me. Because he Balize tutu showing. Sorry.
No, I agree with that. I agree with you that when I read him before, he was totally PNM to the bone.
Killing the UNC.
What I'm saying now is that because of the infighting within the PNM, are we going to get people like him? Not necessarily him. I don't trust his information.
I don't trust it.
But not necessarily people like him. But if you get people like him who may have information that could cause further distress to the PNM, I don't know.
Anyway, Dr. Raghunath, it's always a pleasure that you take our call, and we appreciate your contribution all the time.
It's been my pleasure.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Sure.
So, folks, there you have it. Political scientist, such analyst, Dr. Vishnu Raghunath. But you know, as we say that, folks, I want to play something for you. All right, let me play this first. PNM can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. This is an editorial by Leisha Dorey. PNM, Tommy?
You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube.
You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube, boy.
It's out.
Tommy, were we the ones that started that? Were we the ones that started that?
Yep.
You used to hear that before?
Yep, started right here at WZYE.
As we say, folks, don't forget.
You're tuned to WZYE, the heartbeat of unfiltered truth. We're more than a station. We're a movement, grounded in facts, driven by integrity, committed to progress. We don't chase headlines, we create them. Decoding politics and current affairs to question power, not cozy up to it. From Laventille to Scarborough, whether you're in your living room or your commute, this is where perspectives collide, divides dissolve, and tomorrow's conversations start today. WZYE, we originate, not imitate.
Editorial by Leisha Dorey. Take a listen.
PNM can't put toothpaste back in tube by Leisha Dorey. What a farce. What ridiculousness. PNM Chairman Marva Gonzalez is publicly admonishing San Fernando East MP Brian Manning for taking internal party matters public. But the deeper this controversy goes, the more absurd that admonition becomes. Manning has made it clear that he will not remain silent. And whether one agrees with him or not, the issues he has raised are serious. He has called for greater transparency and independent oversight in San Fernando East, raising concerns about constituency governance, a recent executive election, and what he describes as an apparent conflict of interest involving constituency chairman Patricia Alexis. Alexis also holds senior positions within the PNM, including assistant general secretary and membership of the central executive. Manning has therefore questioned whether members can have complete confidence in an internal process when someone at the center of their concerns also sits within the party structures considering those concerns. He says his request for an independent person from outside the central executive to sit on a committee verifying party groups was rejected. Manning has also raised questions arising from media reports concerning millions of dollars in CPEP contracts awarded while Alexis was an employee and chairman of the Rural Development Company. Importantly, Manning has not accused anyone of wrongdoing. He is asking for independent scrutiny and answers. The San Fernando East constituency executive has hit back hard. It says an investigative team interviewed Manning, Alexis, and witnesses from both sides and submitted findings and recommendations to the party leadership and general counsel. It maintains that Manning's dissatisfaction does not make the process unfair. Then came the counterpunch. The executive pointed to the PNM San Fernando East victory margin falling from 5,173 votes in 2020 to just 673 in 2025 following a recount, arguing that Manning should examine his own political performance rather than scapegoat others. So, where are we now? Manning is questioning his executive. His executive is questioning Manning. Manning is questioning the impartiality of internal processes. Gonzalez is questioning Manning for going public. And then former PNM General Secretary Ashton Ford entered the fray, and suddenly this became much bigger than San Fernando East. Ford says the PNM previously kept its dirty linen private because internal problems were actually addressed. Now, he claims, political leader Penelope Beckles and General Secretary Foster Cummings are failing to adequately address matters, resulting in frustrated members speaking publicly. More damagingly, Ford claims most PNM constituency groups are in a state of disarray and says Manning is being treated in a manner unprecedented within the party. He has also alleged postponed constituency meetings and attempts to influence voting to gain control of the General Council. These are serious allegations from a former General Secretary, and they raise an obvious question. Is the real problem people going public, or a failure of party management that is driving them to do so? Against all of this, Gonzalez's warning about going public borders on comedy. Keith Rowley's memorable comparison of PNM secrecy to the Cosa Nostra inevitably comes to mind. Perhaps Manning has broken the PNM's traditional code of silence. But he certainly isn't the only one talking. Manning is talking. His executive is talking. Ford is talking. Gonzalez is talking. Everybody is talking. The toothpaste is already out of the tube. The real issue is no longer who went public. It is why these disputes were allowed to reach this point, and whether the questions now being raised will be answered. Good management does not eliminate disagreements. It resolves them before they become public spectacles. It creates processes people trust, addresses grievances promptly, and prevents internal disputes from festering. That is what makes the irony so spectacular. While the PNM chairman warns Manning against taking internal disputes public, the country is watching senior PNM figures publicly argue about the state and management of their own party. The PNM's problem is therefore no longer simply Brian Manning. It is the unmistakable appearance of a party struggling to manage itself. So good luck putting the toothpaste back into the tube, Marvelous Marvin. Everyone else, get the popcorn ready. This calm mess looks far from over.
Now that we have a bunch of cloud adoption across...
Tommy? What does we say here again, Tommy? A fish?
Buttons from the head.
Okay. A fish doesn't rotten from the tail. A fish doesn't rotten from the tail.
From the tail.
Yeah. Remember we just said that here too? Yeah.
Yep.
A fish. But Tommy? Mr. Florida, welcome.
Good night, Mr. Ansem. Good night, Mr. Tommy. Good night to all the callers, Texas Oliviers. Happy Slavery on this Tuesday. Well, Mr. Ansem, we seen it there. We seen it. Everything coming out. And the Honorable Prime Minister, Kamala. Well,
Go ahead.
Yeah, the Honorable Prime Minister. You send all them UNC across the, so that drum we going across to UNC, to PNM. Let us spill the beans.
Yeah.
And then you say, only UNC to do it, but Kamala send all of them, Victor Roberts, all of them. It's gone, the disease gone.
That's a good observation,
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah, she sent the disease. Send it PNM with.
Send a virus over to the PNM. All them virus on them.
They want to.
Yeah.
They want to data center. Take virus.
Yeah. Take that on all your questions.
But you know how much of them regret to ever leave UNC right now?
Yeah, you think it's easy? Yeah.
Because you know why? Because if you think about it, if Miss Kamala wasn't the leader at UNC right now, you think we'd have begun all this? I hear they say that we're not get 2,000 US now when they're flying out.
Yeah.
So people actually see me turn around in the economy and turn around in people's life. But what everybody's saying, man, they go jump ship and thing. We don't care about who jump ship or anything because Miss the Honorable Prime Minister, she will handle that. She knows she politics and she know thing. But it's what is coming out. Don't watch the messenger. Look at the message.
Correct is right.
And that is just one aspect of one constituent in San Fernando. But think about in Port of Spain, having all of them from East-West Corridor living like in the slums, like, like a forgotten area, and all that money spent. So think about the corruption there. Because they again, San Fernando still get something, but them again nothing. So let me tell you something, Mr. Ansel, Mr. Tommy, and everyone. I believe that our next party with PNM members going on form, and we won't hear nothing about the PNM soon. Just look on this thing.
Okay. So, folks, I only remember. Tommy, you remember Paul, right?
Remember?
You remember Paul?
Yes.
Paul have an article today in the Balizé Times. I mean the Express. Yeah. Paul says PNM leadership must rebuild San Fernando East. You know what? Before I play this, let me see if Paul go pick up his phone. I want to call Paul. So folks are calling Paul. What boy Paul turn off disappearing messages? I want to call Paul. I know Paul is listening to us, eh? So you know I'm calling.
Yeah.
Paul are calling you.
Hello, good night.
Paul, a pleasant welcome. You are live on WZYE 95.9 FM.
Night, Paul.
Uncle Tommy. How are you doing, Paul?
A pleasant good night to you, Wall Street and Uncle Tommy.
Yeah.
Paul, how are you?
Paul, I read your article in the Balizé Times. I mean the Express. The Trinidad Express. And Paul, I was disappointed in your article. Here's why. It sounds like a pro-PNM article. And the headline, PNM leadership must rebuild San Fernando East.
Right. So let me explain that to you, right, Wall Street. The article, in my opinion, it's a balanced article. Whilst you looked at, there are other opinions that I may have, but it wasn't written into the article. However, when I say the San Fernando East needs PNM leadership to rebuild, right, it simply means that the executive resigned. So now that the leadership have to intervene to gain some stability at the San Fernando East constituency. However, the election is upcoming where that is concerned, but nomination would be there as well for candidates who are interested, right? One moment. Yeah, sorry, I was getting a call. The thing about it is that not disputing the fact that I understand that Brian Manning and how he felt emotionally, but we also have to understand that there's an institution and a constitution that needs to be abided. This doesn't mean that I'm siding or being biased to one other side. I never indicated that, right? So the article, in my belief, was well structured. It was a message to the leadership of the PNM so that they can intervene and put structures back into perspective, right? And if it is that cannot happen, then we need to now recognize that the leadership in itself needs to be strengthened. And that's my two cents. Thank you.
Paul, you there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm listening.
Paul, I read the whole article and I also read it about 3 times. Right? I read it 3 times. And the thing about it, Paul, the most important thing that happening in San Fernando East is the corruption. And you ain't touch that.
Right. I wouldn't touch that because it's alleged corruption, as I indicated in my article. And in order to prove corruption, I need empirical evidence in terms of documents, witness statements, and that kind of thing. And if that I don't have that in front of me, I cannot write it in my article. Then I will be subject to the law where they could arrest me for saying X, Y, and Z.
Paul,
if you have evidence, you can take it to the police.
Paul, you could regurgitate exactly what what Brian Manning had stated, Paul. Exactly what he had. That's what I'm telling you. I read the article and I thought it was the Balizé Times. And I said, listen, I was going to play it. I said, let me not play it first. Let me call Paul first.
Right, but Wall Street, you need to understand is that I am not taking sides with the PNM leadership, nor I'm taking sides with Team Foster, nor I'm taking sides with Brian Manning. I voted in this constituency over a decade. I am attached to San Fernando East, and I'm in my rights to speak about San Fernando East. However, I have good relationship with my member of parliament, Mr. Brian Manning. I have good relations with the mayor of San Fernando and other persons attribute to San Fernando East because I now lived here over a decade. I voted in the constituency numerous amount of time, local, general, and internal election. Right. I'm just saying I voted. You can't say whether or not who I voted for. You was not at the ballot box. However, yes, I did support Brian Manning. because this is a diehard constituency of the PNM. And when he now came into into that seat, I realized that, we were looking for betterment. We were looking for somebody with the whole Manning legacy that could bring a more strong structure and solid grounded man in the area. However, after the election, there were situations where they say he did not help his purchases, but I stand to be corrected because I know him personally and I think he's really genuine and I support him in every move that he make right now. However, in order to be a good leader, you need to be decisive and you need to be have that mutual respect for both parties. I'm not disputing the fact that the information received based on the alleged corruption with the CPEP contract with Miss Alexis is true or not true. What I'm saying is once I receive empirical evidence, then I can write based on empirical evidence. However, that now moved from an internal PNM issue to a public issue because it's now governance issue. It's now a issue where the authorities have to look into it based on the alleged corruption. That is no longer Brian Manning bringing dirty linens in the public. Now it's in the public. The authorities now need to investigate whether or not the allegations of corruption is true. So I'm looking on to see how this is going to swing. But to be quite honest with you, overall, I support my MP, Mr. Brian Manning.
So Paul, I'm glad you admit that by your statement that your article here was pro Brian Manning.
No, it was not pro Brian Manning. It wasn't pro Brian Manning. I'm simply saying now that you have me on the line, I support Brian Manning, but I need to send the message to the PNM leadership so that I could understand where they're at.
Yeah,
and I'm really seeing that there is a lot of division in the PNM party.
Yeah, Paul,
and I wanted to send them a message as a young, but that's how you interpret it. Somebody might be able to interpret it different. You cannot analyze the article to the wider population.
No, Paul, I am not saying when I read your article that I am the judge, jury, right? Out of your article. I just read the article and I find the article was pro PNM. And from the discussion you are having now, the article makes me even further to say the article was pro Brian Manning. Because you are a supporter of Brian Manning. So you wasn't going to write anything against Brian Manning. You was going to make it very neutral.
Correct. And the thing about it, because I voted for him and I lived in the constituency and we have a good relationship, I am not somebody who would hold a conference, right? I'm not calling any name, and they have one side. Right? Because I'm a different type of person. Sometimes you have to put down the friend and family affair relationship when you're dealing with the PNM business or governance, right? And that is what I realized in the conference. So my analysis on that conference that the PNM chairman had recently, I realized it was not balanced. And I needed to send a message to the chairman and I needed to send a message to Penelope Beckles. Right, and I hope they take the free advice that I'm giving them and go back to the drawing board and try to fix San Fernando East. And that's all I'm saying.
All right, Paul, thank you very much.
Because the whole executive resigned and we need some structure the way things used to be. And the division needs to stop in the party. Thank you.
But Paul, wait. Paul, 1 minute. Paul, but don't you think, Paul, there's a bigger problem that the TTPS need to investigate the corruption statement by Brian Manning?
Yes. If he desires, he can make those reports to the Trinidad and Tobago police. That's the correct channel. And it can go from there. Now that it's in the public domain, I'm sure that the UNC government is going to prove it. And that's my opinion.
Paul, it's always a pleasure. Next time I call, I'm happy that you took my call, Paul. Thank you very much.
You're most welcome.
Okay, take care.
Bye-bye.
All right. Yeah.
Thank you, Paul.
Well, you see, Paul admitted he voted for PNM. Tom, he admitted. You understand?
He's always said that he's a PNM.
No, he used to support UNC at one point in time. Yeah. Okay, read say what only political scientists with the yellow button showing. What is that? Anyway, folks, I want you to listen to Paul's article. This is Paul's article. Listen to it. Listen carefully. Yeah?
PNM leadership must rebuild San Fernando East. By Paul Sarin. The San Fernando East controversy has now reached a critical point for the People's National Movement, PN, with reports that the entire constituency executive has resigned. If confirmed, this is no longer simply an internal disagreement involving an elected member of parliament and individual members of a constituency executive. It represents a serious organizational development that demands sober reflection, responsible leadership, and a clear path forward. PNM Chairman Marvin Gonzalez and political leader Penelope Beckles must undertake serious introspection. The party leadership has a responsibility to protect the integrity of its structures while ensuring that internal disagreements are addressed fairly and constitutionally. If confirmed, the reported resignation of the entire San Fernando East constituency executive means that the issue is no longer whether any individual member of the executive should step aside. The PNM must determine how best to restore stability, confidence, and effective organization within San Fernando East. Ms. Alexis, like every other member of the reportedly resigned executive, should be treated fairly and with respect. Her reported resignation should not be interpreted as an admission of wrongdoing, nor should it be portrayed as a victory for Brian Manning or any other individual. A resignation from a political or organizational position does not, in itself, establish fault. The same principle of fairness must apply to everyone involved. The focus must now shift from personalities to the institution. The PNM leadership must establish the circumstances surrounding the reported mass resignation and determine what steps are necessary to rebuild the constituency executive. The leadership of Gonzalez and Beckles must be impartial, mature, and decisive. The party should use this moment to facilitate reconciliation, organizational renewal, and the restoration of confidence among party members and supporters. San Fernando East has a proud political tradition and has played an important role in the PNM's history. Its constituents deserve an organization that functions effectively, communicates responsibly, and represents their interests without prolonged internal confrontation. Brian Manning, as the elected MP, has a duty to represent his constituents and to raise concerns that he believes require attention. He is equally responsible for exercising judgment in how those concerns are communicated, particularly when internal processes are underway. Manning should continue to demonstrate restraint and allow appropriate party and institutional processes to operate. However, raising concerns or seeking answers should not automatically be characterized as disloyalty. The concerns surrounding CPEP contracts require particular care. Any credible concerns involving public contracts, public resources, or the conduct of public officials should be examined by the appropriate authorities. At the same time, allegations must not be presented as established facts unless supported by evidence. Due process, fairness, and transparency must remain the guiding principles. The PNM must facilitate a respectful transition in San Fernando East. There should be no political humiliation, retaliation, or victimization. The objective should be to restore an effective constituency organization. This episode should prompt the PNM to examine its internal dispute resolution mechanisms. Why did the disagreement escalate to this point? The PNM cannot afford to treat the San Fernando East situation as an isolated incident. Political organizations inevitably experience disagreements, but mature institutions must possess the mechanisms to manage those disagreements. For Ms. Alexis and the other members of the reportedly resigned executive, the next chapter should be approached with dignity. Their contributions to the constituency organization should not be erased because of the circumstances surrounding their departure. For Manning, the responsibility is to continue representing San Fernando East while respecting party structures and maintaining constructive engagement. For Gonzalez and Beckles, the responsibility is to provide firm, fair, and impartial leadership. The party must now focus on rebuilding. San Fernando East should not become a permanent symbol of division within the PNM. Rather, it should be an opportunity for a new beginning. The institution must come before the individual. The people of San Fernando East deserve nothing less. The author holds a BSc in political science from the University of the West Indies.
I think Paul trying to put the toothpaste back in the tube. It sound good. The piece sound good. Or Paul, you're trying to put the toothpaste back in the tube. You're trying to put the toothpaste back in the tube.
Can't happen.
Huh?
It cannot happen.
It cannot happen. It just cannot happen, Paul. It cannot happen. But it sound good, Paul. It sound good. It sound very good. Yeah. Wait now. Johnny said, Reed, you know what I don't understand is why a good-looking young woman like you just behave so bad. Reed, Mr. Florida, Reed good-looking? Patricia, Reed good-looking? Wait, I say Reed good-looking, boy. Reed, where I can see a picture of you on social media. Oh, God. Reed, Patricia, Reed. Only way I can see a picture of Patricia. Tell me now. Tell me, you ever see Patricia Reed? Picture?
Not yet.
Okay. Anand Sahabir, welcome. The UNC and Kamla must be complimented for bringing the corruption of PNM to light, thereby exposing who PNM as political party. Nothing short of a Cosa Nostra that does not have the citizens of TNT. Hey, Mr. Florida, welcome. You ever see a picture weed? Patricia Weed?
Yes, it's only more negatives. Very sensitive.
Only send me where I could see a picture of Patricia Weed, please. I want to see a picture of Patricia Weed. Oh, before I forget this. Wait now. Look what I put on this. Wait, I didn't even know I put this. I don't even. I could put that on that. I make a mistake, there, boy. I make a mistake. Anyway, I will change that. I want Oli to listen to this. Listen to this, eh? They can say what they want. They can say what they want, Tommy. Tommy, I know you saw this one.
Yep.
Forex reserves touch a 25-month high, Tommy.
Month high.
25-month high. Forex reserve. You know what I mean? When you're going in the bank and they tell you you could only get 200 US, that's gonna change. Take a listen to this, folks.
TNT's Forex reserves touched 25-month high by Lincoln Holder. Trinidad and Tobago's net official foreign reserves totaled $5.747 billion at the end of July, the highest level in more than 2 years, according to information in the central bank's data center. The last time the country's foreign reserves exceeded the July number was in June 2024, when the reserves amounted to $5.983 billion. The foreign reserves for July 2026 provided 6.7 months of import cover for TNT, while the reserves for June 2024 were enough to cover 8.4 months of export cover. Asked what accounted for the increase in the net official foreign reserves, the central bank said last Wednesday the recent increase is primarily attributable to the receipt of proceeds from a U.S. dollar bond transaction conducted by the government of Trinidad and Tobago. The government successfully completed the issuance of a $800 million sovereign bond in the United States market on July 9th. The 12-year bond was priced with a coupon of 6.2% and was oversubscribed by approximately 400%, representing the largest level of oversubscription achieved by TNT since the issuance of the country's first benchmark-size bond in 2013. These funds were received by the central bank and, as is customary in such transactions, the full amount was recorded in the country's foreign reserves. A loan payment of $417 million, inclusive of accrued interest, was made in early August, reflecting partial use of the proceeds to liquidate a government bond maturing at that time. The current reserve position, as of August 19th, is $5.2 billion, representing 6.1 months of import cover, the central bank said. Last week, the central bank told Guardian Media that it had initiated measures to improve the availability of foreign exchange in the local market. Among the measures was reintroduction of a sharing arrangement with authorized dealers to help achieve a more balanced distribution of available foreign exchange.
And people want to talk. Facts, you know. Facts, Tommy. Bring any facts. We ain't bringing no FAX, FACTS. Let me go to the voice note. FACTS. Not FAX.
Good night, Wall Street, Uncle Tommy, and to everybody out there again. Wall Street, I know you say you can't put the toothpaste back in your tube, but I put toothpaste back in your tube, right? But what I always say, you cannot unring that bell. You cannot unring that bell. Once you ring that bell, you cannot unring it. And Brian Manning cannot come down and ring that bell that he ringing about the corruption and the overnight millionaires in them in the PNM. They hate him for that now. But you know what is ironical? Marvin Gonzalez talking about discipline and decency in the PNM. Like Marvin Gonzalez was in front of the fridge when Stuart Young was talking about Zami in the parliament and disrespecting the opposition leader, now Prime Minister. Right? Like he was closing the fridge door or standing in front of the fridge, I don't know which one, when Keith Rowley was spewing his nasty vulgarity about Jamet raping with umbrellas, using Vaseline, who using Vaseline for raping, grooming the golf course of them like a woman, and all kind of vulgar, disgusting remarks. Didn't you say here when Keith Rowley was disrespecting women? Especially Mrs. Pasabi says like she did him something. But you see, it's best they hush now. It's best they hush now because every time they open their mouth, they remove it all doubts that they should never get back in office. I don't know who all of them tried to fool that now they're going after Brian Manning. I don't know. But you see how Ashton Ford was ringing that bell? You can't take back them words. You cannot ring that bell. So Marvin, Amy Brown, Voodoo, the window dresser, they could say what they want, right? Shark came out of the water and say crocodile have one eye and we believe him. They're talking about the blister Jack Warner. The lister Jack Warner when he said, who couldn't buy a doubles, what they could afford now, but everybody came in there with a degree. Every single body. Teacher, engineers, lawyers. Right? But I want to see who's going to sue Brian Manning for saying that. Because this man was sued. And Jack Warner was sued and he lost the case. And I see now Camille going to sue somebody for saying that something she said about Brian Manning. Good. Let them eat themselves now. Like a parasite. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Let's see if there's any other votes. Tommy boy, let me see if I have a next video here I want to play before we go, folks. I have a next one. Yeah. Let me play this one before we go. Take a listen to this one. This is our WZYE editorial. Hold on there, folks. I'll give you guys another WZYE editorial there before we go. Tommy's never dulled in Trinidad and Tobago.
Not lately.
And finally, everybody now know that the PNM was always corrupted. But they used to do things in the dark, right? That they couldn't defend in the light. Now we all see. Take a listen to this editorial here.
The PNM ship has imploded, and now the darkness is being dragged into the light. The attached image captures something far more significant than another internal political quarrel inside the People's National Movement. It represents the moment when the walls of political silence begin to crack, and when allegations that might once have been handled behind closed doors are now spilling into public view.
Folks, put your closing comments in the chat, send your closing voice note and your closing quotes, okay? Put your closing comments in the chat as we listen to this editorial. Put your closing comments in the chat, send your closing voice notes, your closing quotes as we listen to this editorial.
The PNM ship has imploded. And perhaps the most damaging part of this implosion is that the questions are no longer coming primarily from political opponents. They're coming from inside the PNM itself. San Fernando East MP Brian Manning has publicly raised concerns about governance, conflicts of interest, state contracts, and the need for independent scrutiny within his own constituency organization. Importantly, Manning himself has said he is not accusing individuals of guilt. He has called instead for transparency, accountability, and an investigation that party members can trust. That distinction matters. But politically, the implications are enormous. When your own MP starts asking questions, for years, the PNM has presented itself as the guardian of accountability and good governance while attacking opponents whenever allegations of corruption or improper conduct surfaced. Now, the questions are coming from within the PNM family, and that changes the political equation. Recent reporting has also documented serious concerns surrounding CPEP, including questions about procurement, accountability, and contracts awarded to companies connected to PNM figures and activists. The Trinidad Guardian reported that more than $6.5 billion was allocated to CPEP between 2009 and 2023 and highlighted audit and procurement concerns, including millions of dollars in contracts involving companies linked to PNM figures. Those facts demand investigation, not political spin. You cannot defend in the light what you did in the dark. This is where the PNM's current predicament becomes politically devastating. When political parties operate behind closed doors, they can control the narrative. They can discipline dissenters. They can tell supporters that everything is under control. They can accuse critics of political persecution. But once the allegations emerge from inside the party, the old strategy becomes much harder to sustain. The public is entitled to ask, what exactly happened? Who benefited? What contracts were awarded? Who approved them? Were conflicts of interest properly declared? Were procurement rules followed? And were political connections relevant to who received state-funded opportunities? Those are not UNC questions. Those are questions about public money and public accountability. And taxpayers have every right to demand answers. CPEP cannot become a political shield. The historical record also demonstrates that CPEP has been the subject of accountability concerns for years. A parliamentary motion in 2007 cited inadequate procedures and documentation in contractor selection, weaknesses in financial management, and failures of transparency and accountability. So this is not simply a controversy manufactured yesterday. The issue is whether Trinidad and Tobago has finally reached the point where the entire system of political contracting must be placed under serious independent scrutiny. If wrongdoing occurred, investigate it. If contracts were legitimate, produce the documentation and demonstrate it. If there were conflicts of interest, explain them. If there was no wrongdoing, the people deserve evidence that clears those involved. That is what accountability looks like. The PNM's biggest problem may not be the UNC. The PNM's greatest political problem today may not be what the UNC is saying about it. It may be what PNM members are saying about the PNM. When an elected PNM MP publicly calls for greater transparency and independent oversight, when internal disputes become national news, and when party executives and elected representatives openly clash, the image of a disciplined political machine begins to disappear. What the public sees instead is a party struggling to control its own internal contradictions. And that is why the image of the PNM ship is so appropriate. The ship is not merely taking on water from an external attack. The hull is cracking from within. The era of trust us is over. The people of Trinidad and Tobago should not be asked to simply trust politicians, especially the PNM or anyone else. They should demand documentation. They should demand audits. They should demand procurement records. They should demand declarations of interest. They should demand independent investigations where credible questions arise. And they should demand that political loyalty never become a substitute for accountability. The PNM cannot reasonably demand transparency from others while resisting transparency within its own ranks. WZYE TV's bottom line. The most revealing aspect of this controversy is not the political insults, the WhatsApp battles, or the internal PNM warfare. It is the question underneath all of it. Who is really benefiting from the system of state contracts? And was political access part of the equation? Those questions must be answered with evidence, not propaganda. Because the days when politicians could allegedly do things behind closed doors and then simply tell the public everything was fine are disappearing. The doors are open. The documents are being examined. The questions are coming from inside the House. And now, whether the PNM likes it or not, what was once kept in the darkness is being dragged into the light. The PNM ship has not merely sprung a leak. It has suffered an internal implosion, and the public is watching to see who will finally tell the truth about what happened below deck. This is WZYE TV. The people deserve the facts. The taxpayers deserve accountability. And nobody, no political party, no politician, no contractor, is above scrutiny. WZYE TV, Caribbean News, no filter, no fear.
And there you have it, folks. There you have it. WZYE TV, Caribbean News, no filter, no fear. We bring it to you live on direct. Yeah, Tommy, live on direct. Yeah. Tommy? The sad thing, Tommy, is this. Oh God! Look what look what your friend Patricia Weed say. Tommy, on the screen. What am I fake about Patricia Weed? What? You don't like facts? Who's that? Any worse than a corner house Marco who live in a hill and cannot remember what was said? The corner house Marco saying that? What you saying? I don't understand, huh? Mr. Intellectual say, Patricia, you know what is disrespect? It look like you have to try listening to the pan. Yeah. Okay, Patricia. Patricia, I don't know why you always be upset with facts, you know. I don't know why, you know. Seriously, I don't know why. I mean, if somebody's bringing you facts and you don't think it's facts, all you can do is say, fake news. Right, Tommy? Anyway, folks, here's my closing comment. Let me try this. There's my closing comment. PNM activists going after PNM activists. PNM MP going after PNM MP. The PNM have imploded. They have imploded. Yes, they have.
Today is Monday, August 24th. Lord my God, take the lead over this new week.
No, today is not Monday. Today is Tuesday. Okay. All right, I guess I didn't get one there. So let me go over here. Tommy. We didn't get one there. All right, let me go here. Let me get it here. Is this it?
University of the Western DC, St. Augustine campus.
As long as your heart is clean, don't fear anything. Let them gossip. Let them lie. Let them plan your downfall in secret. It won't work. It never will. Because when your hands are clean and your heart is right, God fights battles you don't even see. He shuts mouths behind your back and turns their evil plans into your promotion. They throw dirt on your name, but God turns it into soil, so you grow even more. So stay calm. Keep your peace. Don't chase revenge. Don't explain yourself. Don't lower your standards to match their bitterness. Time will expose the truth. Karma will play its part. Shame will sit in their lap when they see you rise. Just stay clean, stay kind, because heaven doesn't forget. And life always returns what people plant. They wished you evil, but all they did was bless you, because a clean heart always wins. Drop amen if you receive this message and join our community for more. God bless you.
From where I said this is it, the clock on the wall said that's all I like to say, but I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent when talent does not work hard. And for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. Remember, your circumstances may determine who you are, but you are responsible for who you become. We're going to go with a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to have Tommy closing comments and your closing comments.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you, right here on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Don't forget, folks, whenever you join us, share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe, like, and share WZYE TV on YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444. Go ahead, Tommy.
Lord, we thank you. We thank you for this day. Thank you for the health and strength. Thank you for the opportunity to walk our weekend together here at this radio station. Pray that you continue to keep everybody safe from harm and evil. And that you continue building our country, protect our government, keep them steady and strong, and keep our progress in process. For this we pray and we thank you again in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Tommy, I know why Patricia Reed attacking you so, Of course she say on the chat. I don't know why she attacking you so.
She took my backbone?
Yeah.
All right.
That's what she said. So Florida, welcome.
Yeah, good night, Mr. Handsome. Good night, Mr. Tommy. Good night to all the callers, success, all the viewers. Happy to see everybody safe today. We'll see you again on Tuesday. Be safe, everyone. And Mr. Handsome, I had to say this. For the past hour and a half, I'm watching the program. And this Gordon, right? I know I don't really like to get into it, but this Gordon only putting negativity. Gordon, you now see that the foreign reserve going up. So all these small people who just do the little buying from outside now have money now to start back the business. And you ain't even promoting that. And they just be talking about the small man. You not seeing the prosperity what happening. Now these small people who just buy the little 4 or 5 barrel and bring it back and sell the stuff, they have money now. Not $200 again. And you won't even say something about that. And then, what's the word that you get about you? You say you just help young people and be an influencer to young people with that kind of remarks you're making for the past hour and a half. You really easy corner house. All right, look on this then.
Thank you. When we get people have brand inside of here, it'll stick in them. You know that? Whenever you brand somebody, you just brand them with the truth. You understand? The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Okay, folks, let me go to the closing comments. What that? Okay, here we go. Gone is the weep PNM from Bahamas, good night. Rudy Ragupat. Santa Cruz, closing comment. Racism is man's gravest threat to man, the maximum of hatred for the minimum of reason. Abraham Joshua Herschel. Till Thursday, God willing, stay safe, stay blessed, stay dry and hydrated, and stay away from the corner house smacker like Gordon, who always shouting about God but love to be a false witness, babbling pagan. Mr. Intellectual say, what do you call a person who defends the indefensible? Okay, I wonder what you call him, buddy. Brian Manning broke the code of the Cosa Nostra. He exposed the secret of the brotherhood of wrongdoers. They will kill him politically. Yeah, correct is right. That's what the statement was made. Gordon Gangachana, Drygen, if you think education is expensive, try ignorance, closing comment. Talk to God and man. Make sure you are not a FF. See how you can help the government to be more caring for those small people who voted for them. Some are PNM, some UNC, but they still get their throat bus. I don't know who get their throat bus now. Angie says, good and restful night, everyone, until we gather again on Thursday. Stay safe and well. Andrew says, trust in God, the best is yet to come. Give a peaceful night until Thursday. Blessed. Thank you, Andrew. Let me see if there's any more here. Anthony says, good night, Walshik and Uncle Tommy and all the village till Thursday. People be safe out there, my friends. Johnny C says, my father told me, don't listen to what people say behind your back. A lion never looks back when small dogs bark. Nelson Mandela. Gordon Gangashona says, mother-in-law boy, my true Marcanian friend, please remind the 6.5 that I said my wife used to teach. But for that, she worked at CB. True Marcanian, tell them what your mother-in-law said. Okay. Mr. Intellectual said, bless not everyone. Hope we meet on Thursday, please God. Folks, thank you very much. We see you on Thursday, same WZYE time, same WZYE channel, and we're going to go out with a new one tonight, folks. We're looking for the receipts.
Raffle ticket, you sell by the truckload. All that tool on your push, sweet talk and load. Bally's your house, looking flashy and grand, but when the people ask you gone underground, Strati, I don't know nothing about that. Far is hiding quiet like a rat. We want the paper, we want the proof. Stop the propaganda, give us the truth. Show the receipts for the Bally's your house. Show the list, Marvin burning paper on the stage. Don't worry, time will tell. PNM, we want the receipts. Talking big on the platform, waving the flag, but when accountability come, you start to lag. Propaganda, sweet body numbers don't add. People watching the whole country mad. Forest in the corners, two are playing dumb. Bally's here like sun, but the truth still numb. We not asking for story, we asking for fact. Show with the money, your face the backlash. Show the receipt. show the wealth, show the book, show the list. Marvin burning paper on the stage.